Yo, it's your boy Marita Boy. I'm back up in this thing, man. Listen. Tonight we got a special episode for you guys. Today, as you know, or you may not know, but you should have known if you were subscribed and following this channel, that Melly had a motion hearing, and we got a special guest that is now entering the double murder trial. We got Mr. Trayvon Glass, one of the guys that was in that other vehicle that left the studio that night. Mr. Trayvon Glass has been arrested on some charges, and he has bitten the cheese. He has turned into Monterey Jack of Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. He is a part of the Mickey Mouse Club. And he wants to get these charges dropped. He wants these charges to disappear. He wants to David Blaine these charges. So he thought to himself when he was sitting in that cell, when they was bringing him that bag lunch with that bologna sandwich, with that packet of mayonnaise, with that orange or that apple, with that little bit ass bullshit ass juice they got. And he say, man, this some bullshit. He say to himself, how can I get out of this situation? I know I was there the night we Melly murdered his friends. So he got to that free phone. And he went to dial and he called up the state attorney. He said, listen. I want to talk. They say, are you going to invoke your Fifth Amendment rights? He say, no. He say, I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. He said, I love Juvie. I love Sack. I didn't want that to happen to them. And I want to set the record straight. Yeah, I said straight, not straight, straight. Can you help me, please, Miss Christine Bradley? She said, yeah. I got you, Mr. Glass. As long as you do what I think you gonna do when you get on that stand and you sank that Geico lizard looking mother. He say, Miss Bradley, I got you. She say, okay. She waved her magic wand. She say, I'm gonna make these charges disappear. She said, but we got to get you down there for a deposition. We're gonna get this motion in front of the judge so we can get you a deposition and we can get you inserted into this case right now. He said, can you make these charges go away from me, Miss Bradley? She said, I got you, Mr. Glass. Long as you help me. He said, why you want me to help you, Miss Bradley? Why you want me to help you so bad? She put the phone real close to her mouth. And she said, because I got murder on my mind. I got murder on my mind. This is Christine telling Trayvon Glass. I got murder on my mind. Because Christine gonna murder motherfucking Melly ass. She want to put that needle in his motherfucking ass. She said, I got murder on my mind. I'm telling you now. She finna wipe this nigga nose. All that slime, slap shit they be doing. Nigga. Well, let me tell you something. Christine, she better be, y'all better be glad I ain't her co-counsel. Nigga, I had Christine crip walking in that bitch. You know what I'm talking about? When that guilty verdict come, I'll be like, crip walk. Christine, go ahead, do it, crip walk. That I've been whispering out, crip walk. I'll be like, throw up the set. Throw up the set, Christine. Throw up the set. On the set. Nigga, Christine would have been in that bitch. I'm talking about stacking on his ass. I'm talking about for real. She better be glad I ain't her co-counsel. Nigga, I'd have been amping up to do all kind of shit. Hit that crip walk on his ass, Christine. Do it about for real. You know what I'm saying? But that dude, Trayvon Glass, he finna sing like a canary, boy. I'm telling you, he finna sing like a canary. But I saw something today, y'all, when I was scouring the YouTube screens. The Law and Crime Network said lawyer of YNW Melly ex-girlfriend tells all. So I want to see what they talking about. I ain't seen this video yet, but we finna go over this video, y'all. Hit that like button on the way in. Hit that like button on the way in. Hit that like button on the way in. All I know is Dream Dog better be in here because I went and bought $1 worth of motherfucking gas. And all I need is a one-way ticket to Napa because I ain't coming back. I ain't coming back without her. So she better be in this chat. That's all I know. I can see her husband now. Dream, who is this imbecile? That little Mexican in my mind be talking about, do it, Marita, do it. Do it. Just light it home. All I gotta do is get the dogs and the children out. The dogs, the children, and the turkeys. Everybody else ass is in trouble. You better stop dropping roll. You better stop dropping roll, Dream. Shout out to my moderators, Dream Dog, Danelle Bowens, Flyboy Michael 4, Audio Crack 22, that's my guy. Shout out to Unspoken Crime Mysteries, Unspoken Crime Murders. He got 2 channels. Go subscribe. Shout out to Lil Kel's Truth Movement. Go subscribe. Shout out to Trigger Man. Tell him, goddamn me. Texas in the building. Listen, I want to say this before we get into it, y'all. Unspoken Crime dropped some paperwork today. I don't want to get into it. I really want to get into it, but he dropped some paperwork. If y'all want to see what paperwork he dropped, go to his channel and look at it. It's on his community wall. He dropped some paperwork today. I don't want to get into it. It's a big name on the paperwork. I'm just leaving it alone, but I'm gonna just tell you, I'm just show you what it said. I'm gonna just point you. I'm gonna point y'all to the T over there, over there. I'm gonna just point you to the T over there, over there. Unspoken Crime over there. Just go over there and look at his community wall. You'll see who name on that paperwork. But I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna just let everything work its way out there. We'll see if we're gonna talk about it once we're gonna see how it works its way out. You know what I'm saying? But right now, just go to Unspoken Crime and go that way. I'm moving my head, y'all. Y'all can't see me, but I'm doing my head like that. Go over there, that way. Unspoken Crime. He dropped the paperwork on a big name today. But I want to see what they're talking about by Melly's ex-girlfriend's lawyer tells all. So I'm gonna play this video and we're gonna get into it. Also, man, listen, man. If you want to become a member of the channel, I would appreciate. I like to see you guys when y'all name is all lit up in green and different colors like that, man. Listen, go to the channel and join and become a member, man. Listen, we got merch coming. We got the horizontal mumbo shirts coming. We got y'all say y'all want me to do it now. My powers combined. I'm gonna do that one too, but I'm gonna do the horizontal mumble first, and then I'm gonna do that one after that, and the hoodies. Um, Also, man, go follow me on Instagram, CROSSTOWNPECO, Crosstown Pico, no spaces in between. Go follow me. Y'all, my page was private, but y'all made me unprivate my page. So go on and listen, go up there and look at them highlights on there. Go up there and look at them highlights so y'all can see me all in Puerto Rico and y'all can see all me at all over, you know what I'm saying, the country, enjoying myself, you know what I'm saying, since they say I'm poor and all of that type of shit there. So y'all can just go check. Y'all go see me on the planes and all of that type of shit there. So, and that shit been up there, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can go see. I got about 10, 12 of them up there. So y'all can see how your boy really be living since they want to talk that bullshit. So go on up there. You can see the nice, beautiful women I be with and all that. I ain't rich and all of that there, but I'm saying I do all right. You know what I mean? I do all right for myself. Also, man, hit that like button on the way in. Hit that like button on the way in. Hit that like button, please. Hit that like button. The reason I just hit the like button because that pushes these videos to a wider audience, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know y'all fuck with me. I know y'all fuck with me. Even those who don't fuck with me, y'all sit in the weeds and y'all just really like listen to me talk. I know y'all like listen to me talk. Ain't nobody like talk like me on YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody talk like me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I talk like y'all. Feel what I'm saying? And y'all, that's why y'all fuck with me. Y'all come in, y'all can talk just like this. We friends, man. We friends. We cool. But I'm gonna hit this video. We're gonna see what's going on. It looked like it's part of the motion. No, this look different because Christine got on different clothes than she had on the day. But let's check it out though. Lauren Crime just dropped it. I ain't looked at it yet. It dropped 6 hours ago. So let's see what they talking about.
First took the stand, you said, I feel threatened.
Yes, sir, I do.
Who do you feel threatened by?
Christine, Your Honor. Christine Bradley, the prosecutor's office.
This prosecutor.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Christopher Barris, the attorney for YNW Melly's ex-girlfriend and her mother, comes on to talk about his client's testimony and has some strong words about the prosecution.
I don't give a damn what nobody say. Felicia Holmes look like she on that power. I'm telling you, she look like she on that power.
Law enforcement. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Introducing the next generation.
They advertising Mace. If it ain't that Mace Charleston White guy, I don't want it.
Performance, peace of mind. Learn more at palmpepperspray.com.
Let's talk about YNW Melly's double murder trial out of Broward County, Florida. So the Murder on My Mind rapper, whose real name is Jamel Demons, is charged with the murders of his two friends and fellow YNW group rappers, Christopher Thomas Jr., or YNW Juvie, and Anthony Williams, or YNW Sack Chaser. The two men were found shot to death on October 26, 2018, after Melly's co-defendant, Cortland Henry, also known as YNW Bortland, pulled up to the hospital with the bodies of Thomas and Williams in the car, claiming they were all victims of a drive-by shooting. However, the evidence has suggested that this was a staged drive-by shooting and that the shots actually came from inside the vehicle. Prosecutors say that after the four left a recording studio, Melly shot the victims, and then he and Henry took the car to an area where they fired upon the car, staging it to look.
Shout out to my girl Chicks 1000, aka the Chick 1K.
Drive-by shooting. Melly gets out. Portland arrives at the hospital, and the rest is history. Now, the prosecution has highlighted that why would the defendant do this? Well, they say he was a member of a gang called the G Shine Bloods. We can't forget that there is a lot at stake here with this case because the death penalty is on the table if Melly is convicted. You see, the law in Florida changed. It used to be you needed a unanimous vote for the death penalty. Now the law changed. All you need is an 8-4 vote by the jury to impose the death penalty. Pretty big change there. Okay. Okay, so now with all that background, I want to bring on a very special guest. I'm joined right now by attorney Christopher Barris. Now, Mr. Barris represents YNW Melly's ex-girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton, and her mother, Felicia Holmes, both named as witnesses in this case.
Oh, I know this about to be some bullshit. They got me, y'all. They motherfucking got me, because if he represent them two motherfuckers, oh, this about to be some bullshit. This about to be some bullshit. God damn.
Thanks so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Let's start from the beginning. How did you get involved in this case representing these two important witnesses?
I entered the
Shout out to Haley.
case after the trial judge had issued writs of bodily attachment for both Miss Holmes and Miss Hamilton. Writs of bodily attachment, essentially bench warrants for their arrest as witnesses. There was another attorney involved before I came onto the scene. Before me, don't know his name, but he was intimidated by the prosecution.
What do you mean intimidated?
The state threatened him for refusing to disclose information about the whereabouts of Miss Holmes and Miss Hamilton. And not that he knew, I don't believe he knew the whereabouts anyway.
Did the state, when you took over, did the state ever try to intimidate you, threaten you? Because we're going to get to that in a minute.
Hey man, I'm tired of this bullshit here. They be talking about the state threatening you. No, listen, they be telling them people, we gonna put your black ass in jail if we find out that you know where they at and you ain't tell us. Let me tell y'all something. You know it's a crime to know about a crime and not tell the police about the crime. You know that's a crime, right? You can go to jail for that. So that's not a fucking threat. That's a promise, you motherfucker. You going to jail if you know where them motherfuckers at, hiding at, and we find out you know, and you don't tell us. That's what Christine told him. You know how I know? Because Christine told me that's what she told him. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to tell you. Christine told me that's what she told them motherfuckers. So y'all can stop motherfucking saying my dog threatening any damn body. She promising to put your black ass in jail. And when this shit over, she gonna double back and put that father loving mama of Mariah Hamilton in jail. She ain't gonna better get no motherfucking bumps in there. She ain't gonna better get no blow in there. She gonna have to crush up them motherfucking aspirin they give her and snort them motherfuckers. That's what she gonna have to do with a motherfucker. She look like one of them. You know, you ever go to Chuck E. Cheese and you get that big hammer and you trying to knock down them goddamn prairie dogs. That's what she look like. She look like one of them little goddamn prairie dogs that keep popping up out them holes and you keep trying to knock it down with that goddamn hammer. That's what she look like.
No, the state did not intimidate me. I've done dozens of murder trials. I dealt with dozens of prosecutors, good ones, bad ones.
He look like he on that powder too. Look how his mouth twisted. Don't he look like he on that powder? I can see him now over a mirror, got with a dollar bill rolled up, passing that bitch to Felicia Holmes. Him and her passing that dollar bill back and forth.
Miss Bradley was very professional with me.
And you're referring, of course, to the prosecutor in this case, which is what I want to get to, because this is the real meat here. Okay, so when Miss Holmes, your client,
don't she look like them little things, dog? Don't she look like you? Don't she look like you just supposed to hit over here with that goddamn hammer? Now, what y'all say? What they call that shit? She look like one of them prairie dogs. What they call that shit? Whack-a-mole. Yeah, that what she look like, a whack-a-mole. Oh, whack-a-mole. Oh, whack-a-mole powder head ass. Gonna get up there and talk about she ain't remember. I bet you remember that motherfucking 50, that 50 that you owe the drug dealer, bitch. I bet you remember that. I bet you remember that you got an outstanding bill at the crack house, whore. I bet you that.
was called to the stand by the state.
She looked like an old let me get some till I get my check ass bitch, don't she? Let me get some till I get my check Friday. That's what she looked like, no. Let me get a little bit some old auntie looking ass. Let me get, you know I'm good for it. Let me get some till I get my check Friday. Oh, looking ass.
This was really interesting. Her testimony, she was being questioned about statements that she made to law enforcement that the defendant allegedly called her daughter on the night of the killing, saying that he was a victim of a drive-by shooting. But it got quite fiery between Miss Holmes and the prosecutor. Let's play a little portion of that.
And in terms of your appearance here today, yes, you don't want to be here. You made me come here. I did. Yes, so, and in terms of you were served with a subpoena. Never served. And so you were ordered by the court to show up. You never served me originally. The state basically has me on a monitor. I have to go to my job with this. It's embarrassing.
She like one of the motherfuckers that after she get through hitting that powder and it ain't no more in the bag, she just take the bag and rub it on her teeth. She feel like she just take the empty bag and just rub it on her teeth. Bitch, you.
People think I'm a criminal. The state has ruined my life. And in terms of your feelings and ill will towards the state and myself, I just feel like you lock up innocent people. Have I ever any sort of physical violence against you? No. Do you have any written threats from me? It's intimidating. You've intimidated me this whole time.
Can you explain that?
Well, it started way back in 2018 when they were initially interviewed by the police. I believe it was Detective Moretti. He threatened both Miss Hamilton. Now, that's Miss Holmes's daughter, Mariah Hamilton, the other witness. That was issued a writ of bodily attachment. There's a threat to both of them for arrest related to the homicides. Now, at that time, Miss Hamilton was only 17 years old, a juvenile. So,
hold on. See that? So she was 17. I don't know. I'm gonna ease up off of that. I'm finna go in on her motherfucking ass too, but I'm gonna leave it alone. 17. She borderline. I'm gonna leave her alone. I'm gonna leave her alone. I was finna get on her ass too, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Impact on her was quite severe, and that's where the threat started. Now, I believe Miss Holmes said that she had never received a subpoena.
Oh, come on, Kim will say itty bitty. That just made me think about it. Hey, Dream Dog, we ain't seen Itty in a while. Y'all sure Bully ain't blocked her ass too? Y'all sure Bully ain't blocked her ass too? Cause we ain't seen Itty in a while. Itty done, boy, you can't boy, I don't believe Itty done switch sides. I ain't gonna believe it. I ain't gonna believe it.
A witness subpoena or a deposition subpoena. I have yet to see a witness subpoena.
That's what I was gonna get at, Jason, follower of Christ, but I'm gonna leave her alone. I was gonna say similar. I was gonna go down that rabbit hole too, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, I ain't seen Itty, man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I know Itty with me now. I know Itty on the side of what's right. I know that now. I know. So I don't know. Hope she all right. You know, she out there in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? I hope she all right.
Deposition subpoena for either Miss Holmes or Miss Hamilton. What happened was Miss Holmes went on a vacation. She was arrested on her.
Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Y'all heard it here first. Listen, no other blogger on YouTube was more accurate when it came to this case than me. I told y'all, and we discussed this months ago, that the powder head lady right here was in the Virgin Islands hiding out, tracking them Peter to go down there. Now you hear this lawyer talk about she was on vacation. Yes, please.
Back to the United States. So she was arrested overseas. She spent some time in jail.
Tell her why she was arrested. She was arrested because she had an ID that said Shantae Collette Smith. That's what the motherfucking ID said. Shantae Collette Smith. The same ID that she had that corner of powder on and she was snorting off the corner of that goddamn ID. That's the same ID that she tried to get on the plane with, and them goddamn dudes down, them goddamn Jamaicans down there in the Virgin Islands said, no, you powder head motherfucker. And they stopped their ass right down there and they apprehended her ass. This lady right here is ratchet as ratchet can be. Listen, I would hate for this motherfucker here to be my nurse. She probably stealing all of the goddamn goodies. She's stealing all of the goddamn medication. This motherfucker probably self-medicating like a motherfucker. I'm telling you, she just look crooked. Listen, bro, I've been out there a long time. I can spot a motherfucker, a junkie from a distance. I can see the junkie in her eye. Trust me, y'all, this lady does something. I said it from the first time I seen her on the stand, and I'm saying it now. This lady here does something. I don't know what it is, but she does something. This lady here is not only up and up. Trust me. And I said that before she even went to talking about she don't remember. She just looked like an auntie. She just looked like, let me get some till I get paid on Friday. And then you got to go find them. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you.
At that foreign location, she was extradited or brought back to Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, where she was detained in jail for another 3 or 4 days. There was an ankle monitor requirement when she finally did get in front of the judge, and she had to suffer that for several months now until her recent testimony at trial.
Well, just
And
to
as far as
clarify this, and just to make sure we're understanding, so you're saying it's not that she necessarily knew that she was being requested to testify at the court, because you're saying that she might not have gotten the appropriate paperwork. It wasn't intentional for her to do this, but she was.
She definitely drank beer. What kind of beer she drank, y'all? What kind of beer y'all think she drank, y'all? I think she drank wine out of box, me personally. You know what I mean? She don't look like no extravagant type of motherfucker. No, the only extravagant she got, she might hold her pinky up when she drinking them goddamn MD 2020 out of bottle. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. You know what I'm talking about? This bitch here, listen, you can catch this bitch in the hood, projects, sitting on somebody's porch, smoking a pack of. You know what she look like? I'm gonna tell you what she look like. She look like one of them motherfuckers that take the powder and she get a pack of Newports and then she dump half of the tobacco out the Newports and then she sprinkle the powder in the motherfucking Newport and she twist them bitches up and she smoke them bitches. That's what she look like she do. She look like she'll run through 2 pack of Newports a day. She put the powder inside the Newport. She twist them motherfuckers up and she smoke them bitches. That's what she look like she do. I'm telling y'all.
When she found out, she was then intimidated and threatened by the prosecution. I'm trying to make sense of it, because you know what the prosecution was saying is that she was deliberately trying to not appear.
That was she on the motherfucking Four Locals. She on the motherfucking Four Locals. This motherfucker on malt liquor. This motherfucker snort off of somebody else's ID, put pot in her cigarettes, and she smoked raw squares. That's what they call them, raw squares. She put that pot in the motherfucking cigarettes, and she smoked them bitches bite to bite, smelling like plastic when you go around her ass.
Courtroom, maybe as a way to protect YNW Melly or not be part of the case.
Well, that's not really true. And this is why I was employed. I was employed to help the situation. I went to court at one point for both Miss Hamilton, Miss Holmes, to try to get the.
She smoked Pall Malls and 305s.
Judge to, and this was, we had discussions, or I had discussions before with the prosecutor, Miss Bradley, about this, and I came to court and I spoke with the judge, and I had both Miss Holmes and Miss Hamilton waiting in the wings to come into court, but the precondition for them to appear was, again, that the judge would have already vacated the arrest order that he had issued, previously. That didn't happen, and it's still yet to happen with respect to Miss Hamilton, who is still under threat of arrest.
Do you think the state is being disingenuous when they were pressing Miss Holmes on this, saying you failed to make court appearances, we issued you a subpoena, trying to? You think their state is being disingenuous with the?
Bro, I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna say this, right? It ain't a lot of mothers. I'm just saying mothers, like, who would get on that stand and lie for a murderer. Like, I'm just saying that. I'm just trying to show you the bottom, the her character, the this lady here. I'm just saying, most mothers her age would be like, oh man, I ain't getting involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the risk going to jail and all of this type of shit and all that, man. Listen, man, most mothers at her age got their life situated, and they ain't with the bullshit. They ain't going to jail, or they ain't getting none of that type of shit. This lady is fully with the shits. Like she go with Melly or some shit. Like, man, I bet Melly can hit.
Disingenuous with the jury about Miss Holmes' actions and intentions?
As far as the subpoena goes, I have yet to see a valid subpoena that was served upon Ms. Holmes to be a witness or to be a deponent before the trial began, of course. So, and I haven't seen one for Miss Hamilton as well. It is true that neither witness wanted to appear, but I had arranged for them to do so in order to vacate the arrest order and for them to give the basic information that they had to give.
Why did they not want to appear? Because if they had information about what might have happened that night, why wouldn't they want to testify about it?
Well, they were threatened early on by the police with arrest for some charge related to this homicide, and that threat was never addressed in court that day. We never got to it because the arrest order hadn't been vacated, and my witnesses would not appear without that. That was the condition again of them appearing that day. Mm-hmm. So they felt that they were in constant threat of arrest. If they were to come, they were going to be arrested. If they were to say anything, they were going to be arrested.
Right. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. There was a point in this cross, and I want to play you this. It wasn't even cross-examination. It was just direct examination by the state, where prosecutors were insinuating that Miss Holmes and Miss Hamilton were promised to be financially taken care of by YNW Melly and his team, and maybe...
Y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here months ago. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, man. Hit that cash out, man. Hit that cash out. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. It don't matter, man. I appreciate all donations to the channel. Y'all heard it here first, man. Man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you guys was here to hear this stuff, and now we are vindicated and validated by what's going on, and they is reiterating the same stuff that we already talked about. We already went over. You guys who've been rocking with me from the start, you guys know that. You guys knew this. That's why I told y'all. You guys that subscribe to the channel who've been rocking with me, y'all know more than the average person about this case. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button for your boy.
Holmes was upset when that didn't come to fruition. I want to play that right now and get your thoughts.
So, Ms. Holmes, is it your statement testimony that you never stated the promises that were made to us by YNW for me to quit my job and they would take care of us were all lies? They didn't want us talking with prosecutors, but now they've all disappeared. You've never said that before. I don't understand.
Objection, Your Honor. Move for mistrial.
She said that on her Instagram. She said that on her Instagram post. See what I'm saying, y'all? Listen, man. If I tell y'all Easter tomorrow, don't question me. Just color the eggs. I told you they was paying this lady. I told you she was hiding down in the islands. I told y'all. She made the statement. She really admitted herself. They just couldn't really get the statement in. But you hearing what she said, right? This is what she said. This is what she said. Oh, whack-a-mole head ass. Oh, powder head ass. Oh, auntie looking ass. Oh, let me get some till I get paid on Friday ass. Oh, styling gel on the back of the neck ass.
Thank you.
What'd you make of that, sir?
Again, if Miss Bradley had a factual basis for asking that, okay. I don't know anything about any financial offers, financial gain. I've known Miss Holmes and Miss Hamilton for a couple of years now. I don't have any evidence of that myself. I haven't seen anything like that.
He a lying motherfucker. He hitting that powder too. Look at his mouth.
Okay. Talk about Miss Hamilton. Do you think she's going to testify, or will she be called to testify?
Again, I don't know that she received a subpoena.
Yeah.
Also, I mentioned the threats that were made to her as a juvenile at the age of 17 by Detective Moretti. Moreover, the prosecutor has yet to ask the judge to vacate his arrest order for Miss Hamilton. That could happen. Miss Bradley wanted it to happen. She can ask tomorrow.
So they got an arrest warrant for Mariah Hamilton. This motherfucker a fugitive. Ooh, woo. She a fugitive, y'all. She is a fugitive. Melly, ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton, is running. She is a fugitive. But I'm gonna show you how. I really don't like this lady, y'all. I really don't like this lady. I'm gonna tell you why. See, that's why I tell y'all, man, don't let nobody buy y'all, man. Get y'all own money, man. I told my daughter this same shit when she was growing up, and my baby, listen, my baby is independent, self-sufficient. She in college. And her mama taught her that too, bro. Her mama was like that, and she got it honest, bro. Don't never let nobody buy you, because if you let somebody buy you, they control you, and then you just go down that rabbit hole of doing shit for money, and then you just end up losing yourself. People use you and shit like this and that there. But what example is she setting for her daughter? You see what I'm saying? You can tell what type of people these people live anyway. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, right? Ain't no way in hell I want my daughter with this dude. Ain't no way I want my daughter with this dude. He might spaz out on her and kill her in that motherfucker one night. It could have probably been her. It could have been her. Who make you more madder than your girlfriend or your spouse? You see what I'm saying? She listen. Don't nobody make you more madder than your girlfriend or your spouse. Nobody. Your wife, your girlfriend, your spouse. I'm saying for the women, your spouse, your man, your husband. Don't nobody make you more madder than them. Can you imagine if she make him mad? Man, and you want this dude out to be with your daughter? You'll go to the lengths of lying on the stand for money, knowing if he get out, he gonna be right back. Your daughter probably gonna be right back on it trying to be with him. Man, these people is insane.
Tomorrow, but in court, when court resumes.
What would she testify to if she was called to the stand?
I don't know what questions they would ask her. I imagine they would ask her similar to Miss Holmes, about the phone call that was received in the early morning hours of this killing. I suppose she can testify to that. But beyond that, I don't know what else they would ask her, or if it would be something that she could testify about. Miss Hamilton is still under threat of arrest. There's a bench warrant for her arrest. I don't understand how difficult it is or would be to find her, to testify. I'm not a policeman. I don't have any investigatory, means. But, it seems that if the state wanted to find her, they could. And, it's possible that she does have exculpatory information that she could offer in this case.
And by that, you mean evidence that would exonerate, that would show that that YNW Melly did not commit this crime.
Yes, exactly.
And again, is there any indication why you believe she might have that evidence? Because you're saying it seems like the state is reluctant to call her, maybe because they feel that she has information that wouldn't be good for their case, even though it's their duty.
Let me tell you what's going to happen here. I'm going to bet y'all $10, right? She going to show up. Watch what I tell you. They track them paying her already to hide, right? Shout out to Tara for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. I really, really do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me tell you what's going to happen here. Track them going to pay her to go to court. They hiding her out right now. And she got leverage on them. You see what I'm saying? She got leverage on them. So they got two options. Either hide her to the whole case over with, or pay her and let her go and testify. She gonna have a warrant regardless. So if I'm her, I'm just saying, looking like what she got going on, I'm telling them, pay me my fucking money now. I need my 100 stacks now in cash. I need them now. I'm gonna go turn myself in, go to jail, get this warrant over with, and then I'm gonna be on the stand and I'm gonna do the same thing my mama did. I believe that's what's gonna happen. She gonna show up. I believe it. Because she got to go to jail. She got a warrant. She got to go to jail. Whether the trial over with, whether the trial still going, her ass is going to jail. And the only way to get a warrant off of you is if the judge take that bitch off of you. And most of the time, you got to go to jail to get that bitch up off of you. I don't know nobody who done got a warrant and they just take it off of you without you going to jail. But I did hear him say the judge they could rescind the warrant. So I got a feeling she's gonna show up because she's gonna have to go through the system anyway to get the warrant off of her. And she got more leverage now being at the trial going on. So if I had to guess, they're gonna pay her to go turn herself in. That lawyer right there gonna walk her ass to the state attorney or walk her ass to the jail. She gonna turn herself in. The state attorney and them, Christine, them gonna go see her that same day, and she gonna give a deposition, and she gonna say the same thing her mama said. I don't remember. But she gonna have 100 stacks in the cut somewhere. She ain't gonna put it in no bank. She gonna have it in the cut somewhere. Watch what I tell you. She gonna show up for this trial over with.
The law, if they see exculpatory information, they have to turn it over.
In my understanding, what happened is after the shooting incident, Miss Hamilton and Miss Holmes both went to South Florida to see Melly and also to see some other people there who were with Melly at the time, including the co-defendant. I believe he was there. I can't remember exactly if he was there when they got there or not, but basically after that, Miss Hamilton.
I want to say this to y'all. For all the people who thinking he innocent, okay. So I know it's one thing for y'all to think he innocent. It's one thing for you to think they're not going to prove the case. I get it. For those of you who think that he can beat the case, I understand what I understand where y'all coming from, and I can accept that opinion. I definitely can. I get it. But for those who think he's just totally innocent, y'all motherfuckers delusional. If he was innocent, what the fuck is all these people running for? Excuse me. What are all these people running for? Why she hiding and all of this and that? And another thing I want to show y'all. Can you see how parenting affects children? She is doing the same thing her mama did. The same thing. How you parent your children, the examples that you set for your children, they follow them. I done seen this a couple times. I could say, shit, look at me. Shit, my daddy did his thing in the streets, and that's what the fuck we did. You feel what I'm saying? The examples that you set for your children, they follow them, bro. Willing, whether you want them to or you don't want them to. That's why take some advice from me, man. If you're telling your children what not to do, you need to make sure that you set an example. You can't tell your children, well, you can, but it ain't gonna work. You can't tell your children, don't be doing this and don't be doing that, and you doing the same thing. Them teenagers gonna pick that shit apart. Them teenagers, a teenager is looking for chinks in your armor. A teenager is looking for contradictions in what you tell them. If you live a certain way and you tell them, all right, put it this way. Say you're a hardworking person and you tell your children, you need to get you a job, you need to work hard, this and that. They're gonna buck. They're gonna buck because children be with the bullshit. But if you keep hammering that home, eventually they're gonna get a job. It might not be right when you want them to, but when they get older, they're going to get a job because you showed them that example. You showed them that example, and you kept preaching that to them. Same thing for bad behavior, negative shit too. This girl, you can tell the type of mama that she got. Look what she doing. She doing the same shit her mama doing. She probably talked to her mama like Melly talked to his mama. This girl is a child. Well, was a child. She was in a full-blown relationship. The mama took her to his house after the murders. But to Fredo Bang house. or whoever else it was. I forgot who else it was that next day. But the mama took her down there. Man, you got me fucked up. He did what, baby? Oh no, it's over for you for him. That's what I would have said. Oh, it's over for you for him. Take you well. Okay. Mama, I love him. Well, I tell you what, if you take your ass down there, I'm gonna tell them police every motherfucking thing I know. So either if you want to save him, you'll stay your little red ass right in this goddamn house. And I don't want to hear no more about it. Mama, you gonna put me in jail? You gonna put him in jail if I see him? You motherfucking right. That's what I would have did. Oh fuck! I didn't have my daughter around that motherfucking criminal who done killed his two best friends. I could see if it was some other shit, he's somebody trying to harm him or some shit, but you done killed your best friend, you crazy as hell. You is not getting no more of that lizard dick. You wouldn't have been getting nowhere, no way at 17, not under my motherfucking roof. You got me fucked up. Shit. I'm just being real. I'm not complicit in no minors having no kind of sexual relations. None. The fuck you mean? You better motherfucking go to college and get some. Shit. That's when you better get loose. But you ain't gonna get loose around here at 17. Shit.
Spent a significant amount of time with Mr. Demons, okay? And also, she had a chance to talk with him and also the co-defendant, who's also, not going to testify, in my opinion, at this trial, okay? So what she could offer, it was never really explored because of these threats. And I'm talking about threats from law enforcement and from the prosecution, not from the defense attorneys.
But defense attorney. Defense attorneys, from as far as you know, his defense counsel didn't interview Miss Hamilton.
No, that's correct. As far as I know, he's never met Miss Hamilton, never spoken with her, interviewed her, deposed her. But he couldn't, again, because of the threat of arrest that was made to her and never revoked, so to speak. And the arrest warrant that was issued, which also was never vacated. So it's I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but it's tricky because on the one hand, they want this witness to come. I think they want the witness to come and testify, but maybe they don't want her to testify about all the truth, and they've scared her off away from that by these threats of arrest.
Listen, y'all. These people think we dumb, dog. These motherfuckers think we dumb. This motherfucker say, now I know that this is the motherfucker that coached that mama. He's saying the same rhetoric that the mama said. And he's saying that since the state attorney threatened to put them in jail, till that makes them don't want to testify. Who the fuck he think we is, bro? Who the fuck he think we is? He think we was on that short bus? Listen, this motherfucker saying, and it's the same thing Whack-A-Mole said when she was up there on the motherfucking witness stand. They saying that since the state attorney threatened to put them in jail, that make them don't want to testify. What the that shit gonna make you want to motherfucking testify. The average motherfucker, the motherfucker that don't want to go to jail, picture the state attorney saying, hey, we're gonna put you in jail if you don't testify. Oh, I ain't gonna testify then, because you threatened to put me in jail. Bitch, you going to jail then. Okay, motherfucker. You going to jail then, motherfucker. Like, this shit is stupid. These people think we slow. So since the police, since Christine told them, we're gonna put you in jail if you don't do this and do that, that make them buck against Christine? That's gonna make Christine want to put your ass in jail more. These people are slow as fuck, man. And they think we were gonna buy that shit. Get the fuck out of here. No, man, these motherfuckers don't want to testify because they know the truth. Just like the mama said when she put that shit on Instagram when she was trying to get tracked and to send her some more money down in the Virgin Islands. If they don't answer my phone calls, they might as well call me Miss Snitch bitch. Listen, I'm telling you what the fuck. That's what the fuck all this shit about. And she gonna try to put that shit on Christine. Talk about I lost my job because you issued a warrant for me or something. I lost my doctor. You issued a warrant for me. No, bitch. You lost your job because you went down there to the Virgin Islands to hide out and track them. Told you, promised you all this motherfucking money, and that's why you lost your job because you left your job because you know you were subpoenaed to motherfucking testify. That's why you lost your motherfucking job. I bet Christine wanted to go up there and pull that goddamn bun out of her head when she was talking that bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? I wish I'd have been in the courtroom. I'd have pulled out a sack of powder and went to thumping that bitch. I bet she would have went to talking then. I pulled out that sack of blow and she went and thumped that bitch real quick. And her eyes would have lit up. Goddamn, she want powder more than she want money. You feel what I'm saying? I'd have peeled that sack of blow out. You know what I'm talking about? And thumped that bitch. You know what I'm talking about? And winked at her real quick. She would have told everything. She probably told Track them to pay her in powder. Pay me in powder, Track. Give me half and half. That's what that bitch want. She want half and half, y'all. They get we paying her half and half. I'm telling you. Hit that like button.
And is there anything more you can tell us about that FaceTime call? The call that YNW Melly allegedly made to your client on the night of the shooting. That seems to be the crux of it. That he called her after the shooting.
I don't know if that was Melly talking on the phone. I don't know whether it was Bortland talking. I think that needed to be explored. I think Miss Holmes was in the house those early morning hours with Miss Hamilton, and I think Miss Holmes was just saying what she overheard.
Mm-hmm,
I think she testified that she saw Melly there, but I don't know whether.
Hold on. And that's what I've been telling y'all. In the midst of her, what's up, my boy Audio? Yo, hey Nikki baby, stay on the head, Nikki baby. Hey, look, that's what a lot of people miss. In the midst of her saying, I don't remember, give me that sack of powder so I can go get me a freeze. She testified that she saw Melly on the phone talking to her daughter. That's how she ended up taking her daughter over there. I think it was Fredo Bang, how she said that same day or that, or that next morning or whatever. That puts the phone in Melly's possession after the murders. Dun 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 dun. Y'all ever seen what that shit is? Law and Order. My boy McCoy, that state attorney, the old white dude named McCoy. Once McCoy get on your ass is in trouble, boy. I don't give a damn, boy. I ain't seen my boy McCoy lose too many cases, boy. Look, she said, that's who I am. I'm McCoy right now. She said that she saw Melly on the FaceTime talking to her daughter, and that's how they knew those boys had been murdered or something, or there had been a drive-by. And that's why she took her daughter over there that next morning. That puts the phone in Melly's possession after the murders. Dun, 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 dun. So with her, I don't remember ass, her ass fucked around and said that on the stand. And this lawyer just said it. I'm gonna back it up for y'all. He's slow too. I tell you, he on powder. Right with her.
Holmes was just saying what she overheard.
Mm-hmm,
I think she testified that she saw Melly there, but I don't know whether the voice that whoever called her was actually Melly or it was someone else.
Did he just say, I think she testified that she saw Melly there. She testified that she saw Melly on that phone. All they got to do is What number did Melly call you from? This number right here. So he called you from this number. That put the phone in Melly's possession after the murder. Dun 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 dun.
Well, she was keen to say she doesn't remember what really went down or what she told law enforcement. I think that was the source of the controversy of Miss Holmes' testimony.
Okay, I understand that. I think the major problem for her though was the 2018 interview by Detective Moretti, where she and her
What's up, Correll? Oh, I ain't know that was you, my guy. What's up, yo? I'm my boy Correll, man. Shout out to my boy Correll, man. I fucks with it, man. For real, for real. Hey, y'all show Correll some love in the chat, man. Y'all show my boy some love. Appreciate you, Correll.
Child daughter, Miss Hamilton, were threatened with arrest.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the major problem there.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Barris, I appreciate you taking the time. I know this is really a case that's followed by many people. You are connected to it based on your two clients. We will see if Miss Hamilton takes the stand, but I appreciate you giving some.
Hey, I'm gonna say this too. He a clout chaser, y'all. This lawyer here, he a clout chaser. He want to be involved in this motherfucking case so motherfucking bad. Look, your witness, your client already been on the stand. She was on the stand the first motherfucking week. Get your tilted mouth, Slim, with the tilted green ass up off of this motherfucking people channel. You trying to get you some clout. You trying to get you some clients, motherfucker. You trying to milk this Melly case too. Don't nobody know who your motherfucking powder head ass is. You look like a stain. He look like a $100 serve, y'all. He look like when he hit the block, everybody go to run into his car because they know he always gonna spend them Hunduns, man. Look, what is he on Law and Crime for? His two clients is Mariah Hamilton and Felicia Holmes. Felicia Holmes already done been on the stand 2 weeks ago. It's over with. Like, so what are you up here? What are you talking about? Like, why are you talking? What are you talking for? He trying to get it. He clout chasing. He clout chasing. This lawyer clout chasing. He wants his face associated with this case so he can possibly get more clients in the future. I'm telling you. He ain't do Mariah Hamilton no favors by going on here telling any goddamn thing. Shut your goddamn mouth. Ain't that's what the lawyers tell you? Shut up, don't say nothing. So shut your goddamn mouth. Like, what is the purpose? He is clout chasing, y'all. He clout chasing. I'm telling you, I've been to him with clout chasing when he went to talking about all this other bullshit. He clout chasing. He clout chasing. He wants some clients. Oh yeah, I was involved with the Melly case. I defended Felicia Holmes and Mariah Hamilton. Lying ass motherfucker. Look at his mouth, y'all. Look at his mouth. I'm tired of this motherfucker. Hey, y'all go subscribe to my boy Corral's channel, man. Like Corral said, he trying to get his cases. Exactly. I peeped his ass. I peeped game. Hey, y'all go subscribe to my boy Corral's channel, man. Go show him some love, man. For real, for real.
On what we've seen and what we can expect. Thanks so much for taking the time, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.
He's like a dumbass lawyer too. I ain't gonna care. I don't want him as my lawyer. Listen, listen, I'm be honest with you. The only lawyers I want that black dude, that Melly guy. The white dude pretty good too. I ain't gonna count. Give me that black dude and that white dude. You can beat some shit. You can in the hood. You can beat some shit with them two motherfuckers. I'm telling you. But this motherfucker right here, he's spending all his money on blow.
All right, everybody, that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar. Thank you so much for joining us. Please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, but I don't want to hear that shit no more. I seen the Cuff Boys did a video, y'all. Y'all know I like the Cuff Boys. Hit that like button, gang. Hit that like button.
Quick motion hearing for the YNW Melly murder trial today. The defense and the prosecution argued whether or not the jury should see the vehicle that the murders occurred in. And then a little bit of an issue happened with the deposition of Trayvon Glass, which is one of the kids that was in the red vehicle. He apparently has charges pending in a new case that happened in the last month, and his lawyer wasn't present during the deposition. So they had to stop the deposition, but then the judge orders for them to continue later on. So it gets pretty interesting towards the end there. Let's get right into this video. All right, here. Oh, Melly's in handcuffs today. in his suit. There's just some motion hearing today. Sits down, smiling, sitting over where the jury usually sits. There's no jury today, obviously.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. I done been in jail and had to go to court. I'm telling y'all, I don't like going to court from jail. They get you up way early in the motherfucking morning. Then a lot of time you gotta sit in that goddamn holding cell for hours and all this type of shit. I promise you, I'll be right. I'll be like, listen, man, just give me whatever time you motherfuckers gonna give me, but let me stay in my motherfucking cell and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, that shit get aggravated than a motherfucker having to get up every day, or when you go into trial and sitting in that goddamn holding cell, man, that shit be some bullshit. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you another thing too. That goddamn them goddamn dreads is almost on the back of Melly head. That motherfuckers is sliding to the back. Boy, do y'all see that motherfucker out? Listen, he was looking all fresh and clean that first motherfucking week. That stress done set in on him. I'm gonna tell y'all something too. He was doing all that laughing and all that shit there. I have been in situations not as serious as him, but I'd have been in that fight for my freedom, bro. Let me tell you something. That shit is stressful than a motherfucker. That is one of the most stressful situations you could be in life, other than have a gun in your face. And I done had one of them in my face too. I'm trying to tell you some real shit here. So all them people that was like, "Oh, Melly, he is smiling," that was cap. That was some bullshit. That was a front. Look at him now. He looked like he done lost weight. He looked like he eating nothing but liquids. He looked like he can't even eat no solid food. Look at him. He looked like he on some kind of medication. Them dreads slide to the back. You can see his neck now. You know what I'm talking about? He look like he got some room. That turtleneck look like he got some room right in the neck of that motherfucker now. That's that stress. I'm telling you. I'm telling y'all.
We started the deposition of Trayvon this morning, criminal record, and found that he has a pending charge and that he has a lawyer.
Trayvon Glass has a pending charge, and they discovered this morning when they were doing his deposition.
I wanted to speak to him because his client was being deposed. No one gave him notice about the deposition because he may have a Fifth Amendment privilege dealing with some of the questions. He said he did not. I asked the state if they contacted his lawyer and was advised they did not, that we cannot give him legal advice. Immediately stop the deposition. Here we are in front of you.
There is no discoverable information that could come from the pending charge other than whether or not any promises or anything have been made.
We do plan on asking questions because we believe one of the crimes deals with moral turpitude.
Melly's team is basically saying that Trayvon Glass should have had his lawyer at the deposition, and apparently the state didn't notify his lawyer.
It's an obstruction of...
Hold on. So they already done deposed Trayvon Glass? Ooh. And I told y'all, bro, anytime you, for those who ain't never been in this situation, I pray y'all never been in this situation, but anytime you is facing, you going to trial and it's a witness or a co-defendant or somebody that wasn't initially coming to trial and they go to jail, that's bad for you because most likely they're going to try to get them to come to court. They will wake their ass up right out of that cell, put them in handcuffs and get. What is that? Anyway, they would get them to they would make them at least come to the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like it's just a bad situation. Or they could fucking round just like Mr. Trayvon Glass doing. He got a case, so he could make a deal. Hey, look, I want this case up off me. I'll testify. And that looked like what he doing. Because initially he wasn't testifying. This is bad for Melly. And the state definitely want Mr. Trayvon Glass to get on this thing because they done opposed him and they know what he gonna say. I didn't know he had already been deposed, but they saying he already been deposed.
And it doesn't matter if it's a misdemeanor or a felon. And under the discovery rules, we have a right to inquire about anything. So when they say it's only resisting arrest, that's what they told us yesterday. But that we have found out that is absolutely incorrect.
This is a witness that was previously uncooperative, failed to comply. We did a random search about 2 weeks ago, found that he had been arrested. The information was filed on June 19th of 2023.
I'm seeking to postpone this deposition so that he can have his attorney present. He's a young man, and for him to decide what questions may or may not incriminate him, with all due respect, it's foolish to believe he knows that and the ramifications. And I cannot, nor can the state, advise him of this. What they should have done, with all due respect, if they contacted him since we've been waiting, is have him on standby and listen to the demo. And I think it's negligent on part of the state not to notify his lawyer until we're starting the depo. For the state to come in here and say he can invoke his right anytime he feels like it. That's why you have a lawyer.
Public defender, that's his jurisdiction is solely in Bureau County Beach.
Individually raise the right to a lawyer all the time.
I think the Florida bar rules provide that when you know that someone's being represented.
Now they're arguing about the jury seeing the vehicle where the murders happen in. And this is a really big deal because the jury physically seeing this car could impact a lot of them. I mean, imagine seeing a car that you know two people died in.
Arrangements for the jurors to be able to view the actual evidence.
But as I set forth in my motion, I believe it's overkill. The witness testified to the specs, the measurements in the car. We actually have photographs that have been moved into evidence that have measuring sticks that clearly show you the distance in the car. We don't even know where the decedents were truly sitting because there are no crime scene photos that actually show them being in the car at the hospital. And argue the proposition of what you're trying to say, this person sitting here and this person sitting here. There's no actual evidence that that's how they were sitting. And I'd also argue it's a biohazard.
Argue it's a biohazard?
Then you make my point, we have enough pictures that have been moved in. It's, but much of the theme of this case is overkill, being redundant. They don't need to see the car to get the understanding of the size of the car. I think we got that with the measurements.
I respect the motion tonight. I don't think it's necessary to have a jury go out and see the essentially they'll have the photographs of the vehicle in question. I don't think it's going to assist the jury to any great degree in analyzing the evidence. So respect the motion tonight.
Ooh, he sided with the fucking defense. He said motion denied. The jury is not going to see the car. That's kind of a W right there for Melly's team. Like, it's sketchy for this jury to see this car, dude. I believe they're talking about experts that the defense are going to bring in right now.
Very unscientific, as he admits, testing that he has done in this case. So I'd be asking those to be turned over forthwith.
It's about the cell phone records. The state just called it unscientific.
Well, none of it's still right. It was based off data from the health app. I thought it would behoove us to get somebody to actually test it. We did start his deposition.
Can I stop you?
Yes.
So this expert.
Yes, audio. Shout out to my boy Audio Crack. Audio say, does anybody know what happened today? Yes, they had motion. So what they were just previously talking about was the vehicle, the murder vehicle, the vehicle that they were murdered in. Christine, the state wanted the jurors to actually take a look at the vehicle, like physically look at the vehicle. I think they was gonna bring the vehicle to the courthouse and have it downstairs in the garage, and they were gonna take a look at it. But the defense objected, and the judge denied the motion to have the jurors actually look at the actual murder vehicle. I understand why she was doing it. She was doing it for shock value. She was doing it so they could see the actual scene and possibly get some sort of emotional reaction from seeing the murder scene, which was a good play on her part. But the judge shot that shit down, and he denied the motion. And also, Mr. Trayvon Glass, one of the guys that was in that red Mitsubishi when they left the studio, he was arrested, and I don't know what the charges was that he was arrested on, but he initially wasn't didn't want to cooperate, but once he got arrested, he went to singing like goddamn R. Kelly, and now he is scheduled to testify. The judge is letting him testify. I think he already been deposed. It was like at the last minute. It wasn't that long ago he was deposed, and he will be hitting that witness stand. And they asked him, would he invoke his Fifth Amendment rights? He said no. So the state wants him to testify. The defense is saying that they don't want him to testify because when he gave his deposition, his lawyer was not present. The judge did not give a damn about that shit, and he's letting Mr. Trayvon Glass testify. What he gonna say, I don't know, but it got to be something that the state likes and the defense doesn't like, because the defense definitely is trying to get him not to touch that stand, and the state wants him to touch the stand. So whatever that deposition said, it must have been something good for the state. And that's what happened today. And now they're going over expert witnesses that they're trying to bring in for I think they're trying to bring them in for the defense side of the case. Because the defense still got to present their witnesses in their case, their side of the case. It's still on the prosecution side.
name is Larry Daniel.
Yes.
He's going to testify as to the health act.
Yes.
The health app. Oh, I think they're trying to fight the footsteps that Melly apparently did with his phone, where he walked 1,300 steps through the woods after he got out of the car.
I know the state attorney did get in for almost 2 hours other areas that we were not planning on introducing him to, but yes, if we want an order limiting his testimony to only the health app, that's sufficient with us.
Expertise opinions on the health act. Correct. That's what we're talking about.
Witness himself said it was an unscientific testing that he was doing.
Oh, he said himself it was unscientific.
Steps taken and the time frame in which those steps were taken, as well as the GPS distance for those steps that are on there. That is coming from Celebrate, not from the phone Apple Health app as you look at it on the phone itself. The witness is trying to do is he just took 2 phones and put them in his pocket and walked around his house for a day. There is no validation. He didn't count the number.
Bro put phones in his pocket and walked around his house. That's what the defense is bringing in.
He is an expert in this field. He is doing testing on it. However, it's to counter her introduction, the state's introduction of this evidence.
That it's limited to this health act. So that's true.
Which is we interposed an objection to the admission of this evidence. There's been reference to an out-of-state case regarding the admission of Fitbit. This one is not Fitbit. In order to introduce information derived from phone application technology, such as GPS, and in this case, a pedometer, that there must be a witness to authenticate it as far as its reliability. So it's out-of-state case, with all due respect, missed the mark entirely. They said Fitbit's around for a long time. We don't have to explain to a jury what Fitbit is. They understand what it is, and they believe it's reliable. If the jury believes something is reliable, it's of no moment. The reliability has to be established. And we have been, because trial is a fluid process, presenting the court with case law as we go along. This motion would not, I guess, be ripe until the federal has been concluded. So
Melly's team is basically now arguing over how reliable the technology behind the health app and how it tracks your footsteps.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to.
I'm gonna say this right. I'm gonna give Melly defense team a admirable effort, but let me tell you something. I don't give a damn what they say in that courtroom. When it comes to the cell phone and the GPS and all of that, that judge is not shooting down none of that shit as far as like the location and the accuracy of the location and all of that shit. Let me tell you why. Do you know how many people have been put in jail on cell phone data alone? That shit carries weight in the courtroom. If he rules against cell phone data, that will go as case law, and it'll be so many people that'll be able to probably get appeals or come back and give time back or overturn convictions on cell phone data. People will once he makes that type of ruling, it goes as case law, and other lawyers will be able to cite this case when they trying to get cell phone data thrown out and shit like that. That ain't gonna happen. It's definitely not gonna happen on his watch. Who's going to want to be the judge to do that? Now, all Christine got to do is make sure that she goes about getting her evidence in the right way, and she fucked up on that quite a few times, and that's why some of that shit didn't get put in. But as far as the accuracy of the cell phone data and all of that shit there, that shit ain't gonna fly. I don't give a damn what he say. And as I was listening, this is a prosecution's expert that they're trying to get into the case, and the defense is objecting to it. It's something to do with the app that Melly had on his phone, and it tracks your steps. And I guess they got a witness that will, an expert witness that will attest to the accuracy of the footsteps, because we all know that Melly, when he got out of the car, he walked, and in that actual app that he has on his iPhone, it actually tracked your app footsteps. Shit, I actually had that same app on my Apple Watch, man, on my iPhone. So those of you who got iPhones, y'all know it is a feature on there that will do that. And the defense is trying to get that witness or expert witness, like, they don't want him on, they don't want him to testify.
They know that he's got pending criminal charges. They know he has a lawyer. Discovery rules for deposition are pretty open as to what we may ask that may lead to relevant information. And under the rules, that's why we stopped once we learned that he was represented and that he had no contact with his lawyer.
It basically indicates that they're allowed to do it if he exercises his Fifth Amendment right.
Okay, so you're saying So it's clear we're not violating any rule, even though we know that he is presently being represented by counsel.
I don't, counsel, I'm looking at the state, case of leaving state, it's an old case. Says, I understand what you're saying about 4-4.2. I don't know what the circumstances of that are. That is not as clear to me. My thought is the deposition should proceed.
Presumably, your ruling, we will proceed. I actually wanted to protect ourselves and not violating the rule. I don't think that's material because it deals with.
My next lady I get, I want her to dress like that. Whatever job that you can get, that you can dress like that black lady right there, that's what I want my lady to come home in an outfit like that. The business suit skirt thing like that. I don't, bro. I'm just saying. Just for me, I said this earlier, but I just like a woman to see a woman in that. That shit, it does something to me. Damn, all the have a skin showing and all of that there. That shit don't do all that shit for me like that. When they dress like that, when they dress like Claire Huxtable off the Cosby Show, like that right there, oh man, I like it. I like it. I'm telling you, I like it. Make me want to when she come on, make me want to rub on her feet. You know what I'm talking about?
Credibility as he takes this stand Monday.
You can ask him anything you want about whether there's any charges, deals that are made, anything that goes to bias.
I understand.
They just said Trayvon Glass is taking the stand on Monday. Oh shit, we're about to see that on Monday, boys. But apparently the judge sided with the prosecutor that they're going to keep on going with the deposition of this kid without his lawyer present. I think Melly's team got a W with the jury not being able to see the vehicle in person, because that would have been pretty impactful for sure to see the vehicle in person, but I guess not. That's pretty much it for this motion hearing. Kind of wild to see Melly in handcuffs right here as well. What's he saying to the police officer, dude? It's so weird to see him in handcuffs. We haven't seen him in handcuffs at all for the trial, so that's it for this video. I'll keep covering the trial come Monday.
Shout out to the Cuff Boys. Y'all go subscribe to the Cuff Boys. Yes, and 411 Claire. Claire did something to me. Yes, Claire shivers me timbers, whatever they call it. Shiver me timbers. What them pirates say? Shiver me timbers, goddammit. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I want to play this video that we played earlier for those who might have not have been on the live with us about because I don't think audio seen it. For real, career. I like them when they dress like that. They're cool. I'm telling you now. Look, hey, I'm gonna play this video about the civil suit because I know audio didn't see it, and it's very interesting. A lot of information in it. So let me check it out real quick. I'm gonna put it on for y'all. Yeah, shiver me timbers, goddammit. Hell yeah.
If you're a content creator,
And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all know Claire Huxtable was the baddest thing on TV back then, boy. I'm just be real with you. But so yeah, I like that outfit. I'm telling you, I like it. I like it for real. Whatever job that women have to wear that kind of outfit right there. That's what I want my next lady to have. That job right there. She could come home every day in that outfit right there. Man, I go buy her some of them motherfuckers, different colors. That business suit with the long skirt. Oh man, I like it. I'm fucking with it.
was the legal cause in whole or in part of his death. Bro basically just said that Christopher Thomas, YNW Juvie, died because he was being negligent, and it wasn't anyone's fault but his. YNW Melly is currently facing the death penalty at trial, but if you didn't know, he is also being sued for millions of dollars by the families of the victims. Today we're going to read some of the details of the two lawsuits to get a better understanding of the case. The trial starts back up on July 10th, so I'll be doing the recaps every day. Quick plug, follow me in Threads too right now. Cam Haller on Threads, let's get it. Leandra Phillips, individually and personal representative of the estate of Christopher Thomas, so Juvie's mother, I believe. First, Jamel Demons, Corlin Henry, Hunter K. Track, Trayvon Glass, Jacoby Mills. I don't know why all the guys that are in the red car are state of Christopher Thomas, so Juvie's mother, I believe. First, Jamel Demons, Corlin Henry.
I backed it up so you guys can see all of the people that they're suing. Jamel Demons, Cortland Henry, aka Stank Feet Bortland. That's his name, Stank Feet Bortland. Those of y'all been rocking with us on this channel, y'all know we coined that phrase, Stank Feet Bortland, for wearing all them other people's clothes and all them other people's shoes. Y'all know he ain't had no socks on. Jameson Francois, that's Officer Francois, aka 1K Track. Trayvon Glass, that's the guy that's gonna be touching the stand on Monday. Jacoby Mills is the guy that was in that red Mitsubishi with Trayvon Glass, and Jacoby Mills is the guy that made the statement to the police and saying that him, Bortland, and Melly, the same day of the 26th, which would have been that night, the boys got killed before that morning. So that night, he's saying they went to a field and he said they was looking for the gun. He said he found the gun. This is in the police paperwork. This is in the docket. Just go look on the Broward County Clerk of Courts. You can find it. He said he found the 40 caliber handgun. That's why I believe what Jacoby Mills said. Because ain't nobody finna tell you they found the gun. He could have been like, man, Track found the gun. He said he found the 40 caliber handgun. It had blood on it, and he gave it to Track, and Track said, I'll take care of it. So that is Jacoby Mills. That is who he is. Adrian Davis is Big Bank AD. Y'all remember we went over his deposition, his statement. He the one that said that Melly, when they pulled over to the side of the road and Melly got in the car with them, which was Cap. And he also is the one that chased his son to the store for that baby oil. So he is the baby oil bandit. He is the baby oil enabler. He is the tippy toe bandit's sidekick. He like that dude that be with Busta Rhymes. What his name is? But that's what he is. He like that, the baby oil sidekick. That's his name. I'm gonna call him the baby oil bandit sidekick. That's who Adrian Davis is. Dontavius Withers, he also gave a statement. I forgot what his statement said. Frederick Gibbons, we all know who that is. That's big Fredo Bang right there. That's Fredo Bang. That's the one who they alleged to say that he picked Melly up. I say he picked him up because he played the fifth. When they asked him, did he pick Melly up? They asked Fredo Bang, did he pick Melly up? He said, I plead the fifth. I don't want to incriminate myself. Fredo didn't snitch, but Fredo insinuated that if he would have said he picked Melly up, he would have been incriminating himself. Or well, he insinuated that if he wouldn't have played the fifth, he would have been incriminating himself. So take from it what you want. I say he picked him up because if he didn't pick him up, he would have just said, I ain't picked that lizard looking motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Also, 100K Management, that's Track's company. So they suing Track along with the company. Smart move. Because a lot of times people are trying to hide behind their company. So they suing Track ass and the company. They suing Jamie King. Y'all know who that is. That's hot. That's old trap mouth ass Jamie. Hot pocket ass Jamie. Been around the world and yeah. Jamie. That's round and round we go. Round and round we go. That's Jamie. And I don't know who the hell John Doe is. Be honest with you. Who is him?
100K Track, Trayvon Glass, Jacoby Mills. I don't know why all the guys that are in the red car are involved in this. I guess we're going to read why they're involved in this. Plaintiff alleges that this is an action in excess of the amount required for jurisdiction of this court of $50,000, exclusive of interest, costs, and attorney fees. In fact, damages are in the millions or tens of millions of dollars or more. Tens of millions? I'm all for these families getting some money if this is, how it goes down. But tens of millions of dollars? Actual?
Hell yeah, tens of millions. Pain and suffering. They got deep pockets. Hell yeah. I'm with the parents on this. I'm suing for tens of millions of dollars. My child life is worth any of that. It's worth more than any of that goddamn money. It's a drop. Listen, my child life is worth more than $1 billion to me. So I'm gonna try to take you bitches for every dime you got. I'm with them on suing them now. I'm definitely with them on that now. Definitely. So hell yeah, tens of millions. What the fuck I supposed to sue them for? $10? So what you gonna say? My child life worth $10? The fuck?
Allegations. So is it a fact or is it an allegation? Which one is it? Jamel Demons, Cortland Henry, Christopher Thomas, and Anthony Williams were acquaintances and conducted business together as rap collective YNW. The defendants identified above were managed by the defendant Jameson Francois, 100K Track. Defendant Francois benefited and continues to benefit directly and indirectly from the actions committed by defendant Francois in connection with the death of Christopher Thomas. Okay, let's see what they say about how he's benefiting. I would imagine just through the music. As music is still being made by the defendant Demons and other surviving members of the YNW rap group, defendant Hunter K uses the events and circumstances of the death of Christopher Thomas Jr. to promote new music videos, ongoing notoriety of surviving members of YNW and the group of YNW itself, in part by the use of the hashtag Free Melly. They're saying they're profiting off the deaths by using the hashtag Free Melly. I don't know if the use of the hashtag Free Melly is profiting. I mean, it's really just them supporting Melly. I mean, if they talked about the murders and their music, maybe then, yeah. But even since Murder in My Mind was made years beforehand, you can't even really say Murder in My Mind because it was made years beforehand. That'd be the main argument. With context of what happened, Murder in My Mind definitely got plays and views over the years over this because of this situation.
That's what I was gonna say. Murder on My Mind. It was a big song. It was a big song. It was doing what it would do. But Murder on My Mind got an extra boost once Melly was arrested for the double murder of his friends. It kind of was like life imitating art, and it just added to the aura, the mystique, the shock value of the whole situation, Melly's persona, the song, everything. So he definitely profited, clouded up, whatever you want to say, after the murder of these two men. And being that he had made a song, even though the song was years prior to the death of his two friends, it eerily resembles what exactly happened in real life. So it did have an effect on, they did make more money. Now, I don't know how you can equate how much more money, but they did make more money. Melly did cloud up. His persona did get bigger after the murders. And again, I want to say this, y'all. I saw OJ Simpson beat the murder case and still get found guilty of the civil suit. I was baffled. I was like, what? But this happened. OJ Simpson beat the murder case and still was found liable. And he was ordered to pay Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman's family millions of dollars. Now I don't know if he ever paid. And it also, I got another thing with this too. I saw 50 Cent lose a civil case, a lawsuit against Rick Ross's baby mama, and 50 Cent filed for bankruptcy. So maybe they'll file for bankruptcy. I don't know, but I saw 50 do it. But so yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Happened 100% and got views and everything. It's an easy argument for Melly's team to just say, well, that song was made years beforehand. It wouldn't make sense. As artists in their collective group YNW achieved success, they drew the attention of record labels interested in signing them to a deal. With continued financial gain and notoriety and prospects of more, tensions began to develop between members of the YNW group. Prior to the shooting, defendant Jamal Demon's mother, defendant Jamie King, exchanged words with Anthony Williams Sackchaser. So this is talking about the video about Melly's mom saying, I'm saying, like, who the f you ever robbed, who the f you ever shot at, who the f you ever did. And the N-word, you couldn't take a weed charge if you don't sit your ass down. All right, I'm out.
So y'all heard it here again. Y'all heard it here first. So the weed charge she's talking about, Melly and Sackchaser was in Fort Myers. They ended up going to jail for possession of marijuana. Juvie and Jamie went to Fort Myers to bond out Melly, and was supposed to bond out Sackchaser, but this is when y'all remember we was talking about what she said. Who's bonding Sackchaser out? I'm not bonding his ass out. I'm not bonding his ass out. So she went all the way to Fort Myers, bonded out Melly, and then bond Sackchaser out. So the weed charge she's talking about is she's saying that Sackchaser took the weed charge from Melly. You couldn't even take a weed charge. That's what she's talking about. You heard it here first, y'all. I told y'all I got all the tea. If I tell y'all Easter tomorrow, don't question me. Just color the eggs. Just color them, okay?
Bleep a lot, dude. My credentials is real. So that's just, yeah, we've all seen that video. Defendant Jamal Demons was seated in the left rear seat of the vehicle rented by defendant Hunter K. Francois, shot Christopher Thomas Jr., who was seated next to him, in the side of his head after Christopher Thomas slumped over to his left. Defendant Jamal Demons and Corley Henry changed clothes and staged a drive-by shooting, destroyed evidence of their crime, and manufactured evidence to support the staged drive-by when they shot multiple times into and around the Jeep. In their efforts to cover up the crime, Jamal Demons, Corley Henry left the body of Christopher Thomas Jr. riddled with bullets.
I want to say this too. In a civil case, more stuff comes in than in a criminal case. Like a lot of stuff comes in a civil case. A lot of evidence that would not be allowed in a criminal case would be allowed in a civil a civil suit. Another thing, I understand they suing these people. I get it, right? But what the fuck is they gonna sue Stank Feet Boiler for? Them stank ass shoes? What the fuck is they gonna sue this nigga for? This nigga ain't got a motherfucking thing. I know y'all don't want them stank ass shoes that been passed around.
In Cortland concocted a story to thwart law enforcement investigative efforts. Trayvon Glass, Jacoby Mills, Adrian Davis, Deontay Withers, and Frederick Givens together and individually provided the same false or misleading information to law enforcement. Oh, so that's why they're in the lawsuit, because they are accusing them of lying to law enforcement.
I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna just be honest. You know, I gotta keep it 100. I think Fredo gonna be good on this civil suit. Where he lied at. I'm trying to. We read his deposition. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think where Fredo lied at. I'm trying to think. I can't really recall. I remember getting caught up in a couple questions, but I can't remember him just out. Okay, put it this way. I don't remember him lying to where they could prove he was lying. So I gotta see what they got. They're gonna tie him. Where they're gonna be able to find him liable for the civil suit. Again, more evidence comes in the civil case than in criminal cases. So I gotta see. I just off the top of my head, I just can't see how they're gonna be able to tie him into being liable unless they can prove that he picked Melly up, but he played the fifth on that. So unless they can pull up the GPS and all of that, and that's another thing that's been baffling to me. If the state knew whether Fredo picked up Melly or not, why haven't they brought that GPS evidence out? You get what I'm saying? It's like they asked him, did they pick him up? Did he pick him up? But they didn't jump out the bush and say, aha, I got you. We got the GPS evidence that said you picked him up. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's like a gap right there. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
To, obviously not snitch on Melly. According to the state of Florida, defendant Jamel Demons admitted to shooting the two individuals in the head. Shooting the two individuals in the head in a video on his cell phone. There's no regret for the shit I did. Okay, so that was pretty much proven in court by Melly's team recently that wasn't a confession. And I've seen that headline for years too, which is crazy. So for years, we've thought that there was a video behind the scenes that was a confession saying he shot two people in the head and did this. When that video just turned out to be lyrics to a Kevin Gates song. So it's clearly not a confession.
Man, let me tell y'all something. Listen, that's why we be needing hood people like me. You know what I mean? Like we be needing grassroots people reporting on these cases. Cause you see this guy, no disrespect to the Cup Boys. I like his videos, I like his content a lot. Shout out to the Cup Boys. But he said, oh, that's not a confession. That was just a Kevin Gates song. Man, let me tell you something. When we be rapping and all that shit, we rap shit that be pertaining to what the fuck we done did. He said that verse, them bars, because that was pertaining to something what he had done did. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, it might have been a Kevin Gates bar, Kevin Gates verse, but he was rapping it for a reason. But he don't know that. He don't know that because he live off in the suburbs somewhere. You see what I'm saying? But trust me, I'm from the hood. Really, really from the hood. When we say shit like that, we saying shit like that because that's what the fuck we done really did.
Defendants Jameson Francois and Jamie King were involved in the cover-up to a varying degree, including hiding evidence, perpetuating the myth and story offered by the defendants, and more. Positioned to profit financially and continue to profit financially from same in part by using the hashtag Free Melly to promote new music, new videos, and boost their career. Jamel Demon's younger brother, YNW slime. Free Melly isn't really the profiting part. In my opinion, like what the fuck? I think it's just because they're putting that in the title of videos maybe, and they're like, ooh, they're putting the case in the title of every single video, so they're profiting because they're putting hashtag Free Melly into every video. It's with the case. They wouldn't be able to put that hashtag unless these people didn't die. Defendant Hunter K. Management assisted defendant Jamel Demons and Cortland Henry with the collection and disposal of the weapons. So that's another allegation that we've talked about a lot recently. Okay, here's a good point right here. The storyline that they were shooting victims who lost their friends through an act of violence helped propel the two defendants, Jamel Demons and Cortland Henry, who are already on the rise rap artists into further stardom. So obviously this is a thing in rap where terrible things like this happen. There's a bunch of articles written about it, and then people find out who these artists are through this terrible event. These people are basically saying that Melly, Portland Henry, and Track plan to kill these two guys to blow up even more and make a bunch of money off of it. But I don't see that. I've said this in other videos. I feel like if Melly really killed these guys in this car, it was a quick fight. It wasn't a planned thing. It was out of nowhere. Because of how fucking sloppy of a murder it was, it would have been one of the worst murders of all time if this was a planned thing for weeks or something. Made it so obvious coming from his angle of the car seat. Like, there's just no way he's that dumb. It was also discovered that Jamie King, via social media, were engaged in an effort to interfere and divide the group, actions which encourage or motivated defendants Jamal Demons to ultimately kill the decedents. I haven't seen any like social media messages between Melly and Bortland or anyone in the trial yet that shows that they were like, fuck Sack Chaser and Juve.
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. That's why you need people like me, y'all. Y'all need people like me to break it down to y'all. Just because you ain't seen it in court doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It may have not been admissible in court. You see what I'm saying? For them to bring this up in a civil case, it has to exist somewhere because that's gonna be evidence in a civil case. So for him saying he ain't seen that yet, people listen. Lawyers just don't make up motherfucking evidence. The evidence got to be. If they say the evidence there, the evidence has to be. They have to produce the evidence. You feel what I'm saying? If they say there's some text messages that state that, or some social media messages that say that, they can't just lie like that. They can lie, but they can't just lie like that. If they say this evidence, they gonna have to produce that. You feel what I'm saying? But since he's saying that since he ain't seen it in this case, then it might not exist. No, that's not true. Then it may not been admissible in this case. So you may not see it in this case. I told y'all a lot of shit is allowed to come in a civil suit than in a criminal case.
We're splitting up. Like, I haven't seen any of that. But there is apparently messages between Sack Chaser and Melly fighting, but we haven't seen that either. All the defendants named stood to gain professionally and...
You see it? He talking about it is apparently messages from Sack Chaser and Melly fighting, but we ain't seen that either. We have on this channel. You guys have, because we went over. We read that deposition where they got this message from Sack Chaser to Melly phone. We went over it. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
From the type of publicity and increased celebrity. Both have been criminally charged for the deaths. Jamie King receives money from defendant Jamal Demons for support and paid for her life. For her lifestyle. Obviously, it's its fucking mother. Like 99% of rappers do that. Defendant's 100K track stand to benefit from defendant's Jamal Demons, according to Henry, by receiving a cut of profits. Obviously, yeah, he takes probably a percentage for his management fee. Jamal Demons would ultimately sign a record deal with YSL Records. Stardom has significantly increased.
I said this earlier too. Y'all heard it here first. Didn't I tell y'all Young Thug was getting sued in this case? Didn't I tell y'all this months ago? Ain't no blogger reported on that before me. He the second person I ever heard say that. I told y'all, and I also told y'all, well, I think people did say this though. Well, we was the ones, I ain't heard no big blogger say it, but I'm pretty sure people knew this. But Sack Chaser was the connect. They say Sack Chaser and Young Thug is cousins. Do you see what happened here? Do you see he's on YSL Records? You see that, right? Nobody ever talked about that. Shout out to Couple. Was he on the second blogger other than me that I ever heard report that? I've been told y'all. Man, hit that like button for your boy Marita, man. Listen, man, people be using my content. It's cool, man. It's cool. I ain't striking nobody's channel. I appreciate it. All I want to do is just give your boy a shout out, man, and we good. You know what I'm saying? We good. But those of us who been rocking for a year or two on this case, those of you who members, those of you who subscribe, those of you who part of the Squiddy, man, y'all know what it is, man. Give yourself a pat on the back because y'all know more about this case than the average person because we've been rocking and rolling and having conversations and getting the exclusive stuff about this case for a year or two before anybody. Shout out to Ann 411.
Following his indictment on double.
What's the 411, hun?
charges stemming from his songs Murder on My Mind breaking through top 15 songs in Billboard Hot 100. So I feel like this is a tricky argument for them to pull, that Murder on My Mind's success is solely based off the killing of his two best friends, because that song was
They not, see, there you go again. See, slow down, Mr. I'm so horny. That's not what they saying. He said, that's why you got to watch your words, son. He's saying that they're saying that the Murder on My Mind success is solely off of the murder of Sack, Chase, and Juvie. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is the murder added to the success of Murder on My Mind, and they definitely did benefit off the murder because more people listened to the song, and it clouded Melly up after the murders. And that part is true because Murder on My Mind was doing doing what it was. But I'm telling you, it blew up a lot more after Melly was arrested for the murder of his two friends. Trust me.
popping in 2018 before the murders. So that's going to be very hard to say that. But obviously some views and streams came from that over the years. So it says Cortland Henry failed to call or otherwise notify emergency personnel as soon as it was apparent that Christopher Thomas had sustained life-threatening injuries, by failing to seek immediate medical attention to a hospital or other urgent care, by not immediately taking Christopher Thomas to a hospital while knowing his life was in jeopardy. Wait, hold on. Some of this says that a year ago, back in June 2022, Melly's mom showed up to Mr. Demon's status conference at the Broward County Courthouse without a mask. When the prosecutor mentioned this to the court, Miss King snuck out of the building. Apparently she was out partying all weekend or something, celebrating.
I told y'all she was a thought box. Y'all heard it here first, man. Listen. Please give me my flowers. Listen, give me my flowers, y'all. Somebody, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I told y'all she was riding around we go. You see what she doing? Remember she was on No Jump one time. I just want Melly to know that we love him, and I'm not out there just living my best life. Well, what you doing, you trout mouth? I ain't gonna even say it. What you doing, Jamie? What you doing out there then? What you doing out there on the boat with all them thoughts? What you doing the Zoom with Fredo Bang? Knowing Fredo Bang Zoom that night. Stop playing, man. Say she snuck out of the courtroom, all this shit. That's why when she be talking and she be all on no jumping, doing all that, that shit a front, man. That shit a front. She doing what my mama used to do with my mama when the bill collector used to call and she put on that white people voice when she started talking like the Queen's English. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's doing. That shit all up front. Y'all seen when she came in this chat trolling. I still got them emails where she sent me too.
Passing nursing exam. In light of the evidence provided, Ms. King clearly seemed to have faked a COVID diagnosis in order to avoid.
Faked the COVID diagnosis. Cried with Sack Chaser mama. Told her I lost a son too. Paying people off behind closed doors. Hunching all Melly rap homeboys. Man, stop it, Ms. King. Stop it with that little hot pocket. You can't wait till you get up there in the celebrities realm so you can go to one of them parties. You know what I'm talking about? And just riding around we go. I'm telling you.
Appearing for a court-ordered deposition, it is also clear that Ms. King's attorney has exhausted every opportunity. To try to avoid producing her for a deposition. So here's an article. YNW Melly sued for millions by families of the murdered YNW members. In a wrongful death such as this, no amount of money will make the family whole, make the family happy. That's the way civil justice system works. Then Sack Chase's lawyer Todd Baker said tension began to develop between once the cohesive group of friends about how the money should be distributed. The only thing I feel like saying at this time would be you really don't typically see two members.
Now I want to say this, y'all. They keep talking about it ain't no motive. Don't it sound like Motive Hill? Don't it sound like Motive? See, whoever doing this civil suit, I don't know who the lawyer is or whatever who's preparing this civil suit, but he's definitely, or she is definitely laying out motive. You see what I'm saying? They talking about money, all type of stuff.
Group murdered the other two. Why would he say that? Why would Zach Chaser's lawyer go on record saying that? That doesn't seem very smart. So it looks like back in September of 2022, Christopher Thomas's mother, a proposal for settlement to every defendant in the case. Plaintiff's notice of serving proposal for settlement to defendant Jamel Demons. So I think what this means is
I just want to see how many people in the settlement. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She wants $50,000 from 11 people. How much that is? 500 some thousand dollars? $510,000? Something like that. $550. $550,000. $550,000.
that sent like a dollar amount to everyone right here, and no one replied because nothing has happened. I don't think it was settled. And I think they had like a 30-day limit. I guess it was rejected. I wonder what to every defendant in the case. Plaintiff's notice of serving proposal for settlement of 2022, Christopher Thomas's mother, a proposal for settlement to every defendant in the case. Plaintiff's notice of serving proposal for settlement to defendant Jamel Demons. So I think what this means is that sent like a dollar amount to everyone right here, and no one replied because nothing has happened. I don't think it was settled. And I think they had like a 30-day limit. I guess it was rejected. I wonder what the dollar amount was. Admitted only that the plaintiff alleges damages in excess of $50,000, but denied. So 100K Track says, "Fuck no, I'm not giving you $50,000." Defendants are without knowledge as to the accuracy of the allegations and therefore denied. There's denying everything. I just found.
Again, so evidently, YNW Juvie's mom, this is in the paperwork, you just read it. She attempted to settle the civil suit with all the plaintiffs in 2022, and she wanted $50,000. I'm pretty sure she wanted it from each one of them people in the suit. That still, to me, is an astronomically low amount, being that you lost your son. But I'm just saying, if I had to read into what this paperwork said, to me it sounded like she wanted some money right then, and she was basically saying, "Okay, I'll cut y'all a deal. Give me $50,000 each, all of y'all, and I'll settle this suit." And what he's saying is none of them replied back, probably because settling the suit at that point would have been an admission of guilt, being that Melly had not went to trial yet. But I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this. I said this earlier for those of y'all who hadn't saw this the live earlier. That's why I went over this video, because I really like this Cup Boy video. Shout out to the Cup Boys. If it was me, I would have settled for them 50,000. I'm just being real. I don't give a damn whoever track. I would have shot at them goddamn 50,000, because if you let this case go and Melly gets found guilty, most likely you will lose this civil case, and this thing will definitely be in the millions. Unless y'all pull a 50 Cent and file bankruptcy, I think 50 Cent weasel this way out of paying Rick Ross baby mama. But I'm just saying, if it's me, I'm paying her them $50,000, and I'm getting the fuck on about my business. And I'm gonna if you don't pay her the $50,000, when it come time for that, when the trial over with, and she really suing, and Melly done lost his trial, I'll be sitting back whistling Dixie, knowing that she can't sue me because I already done paid her them little $50,000. You feel what I'm saying? So if it's me, I'm paying. I would have paid before the case, before the trial, if it's me, because I'm putting you gonna pay more than $50,000 in lawyer fees. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm paying. Me personally, I'm paying. I would have been gave her that money.
I have a rough statement here. First affirmative defense. The defendant was himself negligent, and such negligence was the legal cause in whole or in part of his death.
That's another thing too. I don't understand what are you trying to say here? They're saying that Juvie was negligent in being, and his negligence caused his own death. First of all, how the fuck y'all know that? Y'all supposed to not know nothing about the murder. Y'all, it was supposed to be a drive-by or some shit. So what? What? Hold on. Y'all think we slow here? By y'all saying that, that means y'all insinuating that y'all know something about this boy's demise. Because how can you say that he was negligent in his own death if you don't have no evidence as to who killed him? You wasn't there. You saying it was a drive-by. So how can you say he was negligent? What you say? He wasn't even driving the goddamn car. So how was he negligent in his own death? I could see if he was driving on the wrong side of the road and a car hit him and he died in a car accident. Yeah, he was negligent then. He was not driving the car. He did not kill his motherfucking self. And y'all said that it was a drive-by. So how was he negligent? Why are you saying this? To me, that's kind of like an admission of you know more than what you saying you know. I don't know. It might just be me. I might just be reading too much into it. But I ain't slow, goddamn it. One thing about me, I can comprehend very well what I read. How do you know that he's negligent? Y'all say y'all don't know nothing about the case.
Wow, that is a bold statement from Hunter K. Track. Bro basically just said that Christopher Thomas, YNW Juvie, died because he was being negligent, and it wasn't anyone's fault but his. Any damages awarded to the decedent, survivors, and estate should therefore be reduced in an amount of equivalent to the decedent's percentage of negligence. Defendant did not owe a common law duty to plaintiff, and no special duty existed between the plaintiff and defendant's employees, independent contractors, or agents. They're saying, we were independent contractors, we were just your manager, we're not your security. There was no duty that Hunter K. Track had to these guys, apparently. Morally, very wrong, because it's basically saying that Hunter K. Track is trying to wipe his hands of any responsibility here. Decedent's death was caused by supervening or intervening criminal or intentional acts of others. Plaintiff hereby demands a trial by jury for all issues. So this is going to a trial, just like, the criminal trial going on. A jury will decide how much money will be given, if any. If I were to guess, I don't really know a lot about civil cases or anything, but I would imagine a lot of it rides on the criminal side of it, because if Melly is convicted, then obviously he might have to pay up some. If Melly walks, then I doubt he's going to have to pay shit. I didn't know that Melly...
See, slow down, Mr. Me So Horny. That's why y'all need people like me. O.J. Simpson beat the double murder case. He still lost the civil suit and was ordered to pay Ron Goldman's family and Nicole Brown Simpson's family. Shout out to the Cup Boys. I like his content. I ain't, what I'm saying? I ain't ragging on it. But he said that if Melly beats the case, then he don't think he's gonna have to pay shit. That's bullshit. I seen them motherfuckers make OJ pay, and he won the case. So I'll take it back. He said if Melly wins the case, then he don't think Melly got to pay shit. Bullshit. I seen OJ win the case and had to pay. Now, are they going to be able to get any money out of them? I don't know, because I also saw 50 Cent file for bankruptcy and didn't have to give Rick Ross baby mama a dime, and he lost the suit. So this is a touchy situation. I don't know. It depends on. I don't know. I don't know. I got two. I just quoted two cases, and both of them kind of at odds with each other. So we got to see what happens. But So look, I'm gonna drop the link. You want to come up, Audio Corral? You want to come up? Tanel, what y'all want to do? I'm gonna drop the link. Shout out to the Cuff Boys. Shout out to the Cuff Boys.
Them denied a settlement, but that's obvious because they couldn't accept a settlement before a criminal trial. That would make no sense, because I think that's like an admission of taking the L of guilt. Yeah, I thought this was pretty interesting. I didn't know that it was millions of dollars either, or tens of millions of dollars. Seems pretty ridiculous in my opinion, but I'm all for this family getting some money. If Melly is convicted, then that's how shit goes. So my channel, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram.
I got to slow him down.
Peace out.
I got to slow him down on that too. I ain't like that last statement. Talking about tens of millions of dollars. I was up for them to get some money for tens of millions of dollars. Man, these people lost their children, man. What the hell you mean? Shit. What the hell you mean? Tens of millions of dollars. Hell yeah, give them some tens of millions of dollars. They lost a life. The fuck are you talking about? Give them all of that shit. What the hell you mean? Shit, yeah, tens of millions. Yes, give it all to them. Give it all to them. Shit. For real. Yeah, they talking about. What's up, Tanel?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So what you? It was a lot to unpack. I know we went. I know we went. I went over a lot. What you thinking? What stuck out to your mind? What things that we went over that you was like, hold on, I got a opinion on those.
Well, this last video in particular,
Hmm.
um, just the last video in general.
Hmm. What about it? What about it, T?
The last video in general for
Hmm.
me. Um, it was like I don't know. I don't know if I was seeing bias or if he just really don't know what he's talking about. And I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna blame some of it on age because a lot of these kids, quote unquote, they don't know about the O.J. Simpson case. They wasn't around to live through it like we did,
Hmm.
so they didn't see that. Yeah, O.J. was found not guilty all day in criminal court, but in the civil suit, he got his ass handed to him.
Hmm.
Um, those are two totally different entities when it comes to the justice system.
Hmm.
So one doesn't have anything to do with the other. I don't think he gets that.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, so that and like our boy Germ was saying, I think he biased. Then hearing that him and Jamie have this relationship that they have is like, yeah, I see why I've been kind of sensing that when I've been watching these videos lately. Because to me, he has been, kind of leaning more towards the defense
Hmm.
in his thoughts about the case. And I'm like, well, we all have biases, so I'm gonna let him slide with that. But
Hmm.
after hearing that, I was like, oh, it makes sense now.
Hmm.
Jamie wishing you happy birthday and shit. Yeah, y'all got a personal relationship,
Oh,
and I knew.
he said Jamie wished him happy birthday.
She be all on this IG and shit.
Oh, and she come over
Now
here.
I knew that they had met each other before,
Oh,
because he had said that before.
good
I
night,
think
sweet
when he
brother.
had first started, covering the case.
Uh huh.
But I didn't realize it was that deep. That not just met her, but hell, y'all cool.
Also,
And
she
so
wished him happy birthday, huh? How cute.
that.
She come over here and troll. She come over here and troll me, but she wished him happy birthday, huh? You ain't, yeah, but that's real, Jamie. Yeah, that's real. That's it. I see how you is. I see how you is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I ain't catch that part.
Mhm.
Hmm. What you think about this new witness that they're gonna let testify Monday? I know one thing. I am I am gonna be up bright and early Monday morning to see what Mr. Glass testify to. Um, I'm very interested and excited to see because this is like a little twist because this guy wasn't going to testify and then that being that he called it went to jail or whatever they kind of like changed his tune or whatnot. If I had to guess, whatever he went to jail for, they're going to make that situation go away. That's what I've got to feel. So I think he's snitching, definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I would lean
on
towards.
whatever he can, on what in the country, but on whatever he can snitch on. You get what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
don't know how much he know, but you know.
yeah. But like we were saying last night, if he was in that other car, then he might be able to offer some insight into whether the other carload of folks knew about what was getting ready to go down or not.
Mm-hmm.
And so that would be a good piece of information to have. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
What up, man? How y'all been?
What's up, Chavo?
Man, same old shit. Coming through
Yeah.
saying what's up to y'all and shit. See how y'all been?
What's up? You at work?
Yeah, I'm at work and shit. I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
About to go on a
What you
little
think?
lunch break real quick, get some food and shit. Like I
What you
said, I
think?
was just coming through say what's up, man. What'd you
Okay.
say there? Go ahead, my fault.
I'll ask you what you think about this new the guy, Trayvon Glass, one of the guys that was in that red Mitsubishi that night. They left the studio. What you feel about him? Now testifying on Monday, all of a sudden out of the blue.
Oh shit! I ain't even. Hey, honestly, bro, I ain't even hear nothing. I was just about to. I was saying coming through to say what's up, and no better apologize because I ain't know if you was probably wondering like, damn, Chavo ain't been around and shit. I've been literally trying to wait for the goddamn case to drop again and shit, bro. That's why I ain't even been in tune. I just been working and shit. I know it started on the 10th and shit like that.
Oh, that's fucked up, dog. You don't even fuck with us on the regular, huh? Damn, that fucked up,
When I
Chavo.
click on YouTube, yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Oh, my bad. I'm on the elevator. My fault. I'm trying to get some lunch real quick. But no, like I was saying that I be seeing a few videos and might skim through it, but I was saying that it was all talking about old, basically the old shit and shit, like where they left off at. I was
Yeah,
just waiting. I didn't even know that they got somebody else new to come through and testify. Who's
yeah,
dude?
yeah. He was in the red Mitsubishi. His name Trayvon Glass. He was one
Oh
of them guys
shit.
was in the other vehicle when they left the studio that night, and
Mm,
he testifying. All of a sudden, the state want him to testify, and the defense is trying to stop him from testifying because when they took his deposition,
yeah.
his lawyer wasn't there. So the state tried the defense trying to say, uh, his deposition should be used, but the judge
Right,
allowed
right, right.
it, and he testified Monday. Monday.
Oh yeah, hell no, I didn't even know shit. You got me tweaking now from other than the case start back up. I'm tweaking to see what the hell go down.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit, I didn't even know. Goddamn.
It sure seemed like he finna tell some shit because they asked him was he gonna
Yeah,
vote his.
especially if they trying to stop him and shit. They obviously think he got something. You know what I'm saying? He got something to spill for real, for real.
Yeah, and they asked him, is he gonna invoke his Fifth Amendment rights? He said no.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, it's about to go down. It's about to be real. I already knew it was going to go down when it started back up because of where they left off at and how the turn, the twist was starting to come into the trial and shit like that. But yeah, I ain't hear about the new defendant and shit. Oh yeah, hell yeah! I can't wait for Monday now.
I think he got us some sort of legal trouble because he was arrested, and that's how
Yeah.
they ended up getting him to do all of this. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Okay. Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I think he made him a deal like, hey, look, y'all need to let George about make this thing go away, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I know. You feel me?
Ah, that's crazy. Yeah, yeah. I ain't even know shit. But looking on the update, I know y'all was already on it. I've been seeing your lives and seeing that you've been live and shit. But like I said, I seen that basically you had your other topics. You was getting off the Melly case until it started back up. So I was
Yeah,
literally just sitting there waiting for Monday and shit, bro. I ain't forget about y'all. I ain't, I didn't mean not to tune in with y'all and shit. It's just I've been really tweaking and only really got into it because of the Melly case. Like, I've been on my
yeah,
little scooping
yeah.
and shit. So you was on point. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
hmm
yeah, yeah. And I don't know. I ain't really got no. Yeah, I ain't really got no say so though, bro. Everything. I ain't really got no say so right
Hey,
now.
hey,
Like I
hey,
said,
but I'm saying though, dog, you gotta pay, dog. I'm saying though, bro, damn, don't that be fucking with us because of Melly, dog. Damn, when the Melly case ain't over.
I know. Yeah, I know, bro. I do got to come through and shit. It's just
Yeah,
I was just stuck on. I was stuck on the Melly case, so it wasn't nothing with you or nothing with y'all and shit.
still
I
just
fuck with
going
y'all
through,
everything.
dog. Damn, dog. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, my bad, Marina. You already know, bro. Don't jump on me and shit, cause I don't want no problems, bro.
I had to get
Yeah, I want no smoke, man. No, I'll definitely come. I'll be back, and what I'm saying, I'm back around and shit, bro. So and I know it's starting back up, so I'll definitely make sure to start. Basically get back on stopping through and shit, showing my love for you and shit, dog.
all right,
Everything.
bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
You already know how you doing, Miss.
I'm
Man,
doing good. How are you?
How you doing? I'm good. I'm
Mm,
good. Just chilling. My bad. I ain't
good.
mean not to say hello to you.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, but like I said, I'll holler at you and shit, 'cause I'm about to get back on the floor
all
and
right, bro.
eat my
Appreciate you.
lunch real quick and shit.
All right, appreciate you for swinging through, man.
Yeah, you already know, bro.
Yeah, man. One. You know, I had,
But yeah.
I had to get him. I had to get him. You talk about he want to come through. He come through since the Melly case was. Hold on, bro. Damn, you don't fuck with the only reason you fuck with her because of Melly. I had to get him. But I'm really interested to see what Mr. Glass got to say.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I know I am. I
And
can't wait to see what happens Monday morning.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. He could actually say a lot. Hey, audio, what you got going on, man? Come up here, man, because I want to talk about this with you. Because he can actually say a lot. Um,
He really can.
yes, because he was actually at the house. They went straight to the house. He could tell us where there was an argument inside the studio.
I was just about to say that he could tell us what happened at the studio before they left. That's really a key to
Yeah,
this, since everybody wants to know what the motive is.
yes,
Did he
Lord.
did anything happen at the studio to to precipitate or not? What's the word I'm looking for? To shit. Let me stop trying to be fancy. To cause any of this shit to happen.
For real. Yeah, he could. I mean, he could talk about a lot of that stuff. He could talk about how Melly was acting afterwards. He could talk about conversations that he may have overheard the day after. You know what I mean? Man, he could talk about a lot. Cause
Hmm.
he using his get out of jail free card.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever the hell they got him in there on,
Hmm.
he definitely getting up out of there with
Hmm.
this one.
And did you also hear when they were saying that Melly's ex girlfriend actually has a warrant now?
Yeah, I heard that. That's where the part that I came in on.
Damn.
Because I ain't even gonna lie, I was asleep when you first started the live. I just
You
so
was?
happened to wake up.
Oh, you was asleep?
Yep, I was asleep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel you though, because I had fell asleep on y'all earlier today too. When I woke up, the whole video had done stopped. For real.
You see, at least I'm admitting I was asleep.
Right, right. I feel you. We do be going hard sometimes. We be on this thing for hours
Hmm.
sometimes.
Yeah, it was what, 5 something this morning when we got off of here?
I knew I was gonna be tired though tonight because I got back up at probably like 9. Went to the grocery store, went to Walmart. Um, And then when I got back here, I got on live. So I didn't really get no sleep. And then I had to go back to work. I left my house at 5:20, no, like 5:30. And shit, I ain't get off work till like 11:30. So shit, I'm running on empty. I'm gonna just give me some sleep once we get off live. I don't gotta go to work tomorrow. But yeah, shit, I feel you. I feel you. But
Yeah.
I just be trying to keep everybody updated on different stuff. And I know we don't had a whole week off of the trial, so people kind of still been wanting to know certain things, and they had a little bit of information that's been coming out. But when this motion hearing happened, and shit, we found out that they got a whole another witness that's going to come. That was interesting, like interesting like hell. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
I
because
did
I
not.
didn't even know they was gonna have one.
Right, me neither. When I woke up, it was on. I was like, "What the hell is here?" I seen medicine in court. I was like, "What's going on here?" You know what I'm saying? Shit,
Hmm.
and then for them to talk about they got this guy's deposition, and this shit had to happen last minute because when we was listening to them last week when they was talking about trying to get some people to testify, but they were saying that they don't think the people was gonna testify. So this guy had to just go to jail over the weekend or something, over this week or something, because they say he only saw his first appearance
Had to be within like maybe the last week or so,
week or so. Yeah, that's what I'm
if
saying.
that long.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Damn. That's why. That's what I'm saying. That's why if I would have been the state attorney, I would have put a lot of their ass in jail and put some pressure on them. Track,
Oh
track,
yeah,
track ass would have still been in immigration hold fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And I would have
most
put
definitely.
and I would have put some pressure on them to tell me about what happened. You know,
Yep, yep.
they let too many of these people roll around free, boiling ass if you're never supposed to get no bond. You know what I'm saying? Just like man, they ain't get one, boiling ass ain't supposed to get none either. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree.
I would have
I
let you.
agree.
I would let you feel what being in jail feel like. Shit.
Yep. For a nice long time, he would have been there just as long as Melly was. I promise you. But it ain't our case to decide.
It ain't. It ain't. It ain't.
But you know, I've been saying since the opening statements that homegirl just really ain't been on it for me.
Yeah,
We all have our opinions,
yeah,
and
yeah. No,
mine has
I
stayed
feel
the
it.
same.
Yeah, she been making up for it a little bit, but I'm with you. I think everybody pretty much feel like she definitely is dropping the ball in a lot of cases, in a lot of certain situations. Um, she making a comeback, um, but yeah, she still has given them grounds for uh, appeals and mistrials and um, reasonable doubt, all type of shit. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah,
You
definitely,
know,
definitely.
strides here and there, but overall, has she made a good case? She's been alright.
Yeah, I think I could have did better though.
You know, I've been saying that since opening statement too. Shit.
I'm telling you.
So, no, I'm not jumping ship and trying to get on board with the prosecution all of a sudden just because she had a few good days. No, because
Mhm,
you still had way more bad days than you had good,
mhm.
in my opinion.
I think she had. I think everybody would feel that way. I feel like that. I feel like she had more bad days than good as well. But the only thing I be thinking is all she really got to do. Like she got a lot of chances to win this case. You know what I'm saying? Like she got a lot of
Hmm.
chances. Like you know what I'm saying? So she been messing up for show. Especially that first week. That first week was a disaster. But let's see what happens going forward. She showed her ass with that little sponge, that little Drew Carey SpongeBob head.
Yeah,
Uh
the first week was a shit show.
yes, the first week was, man, she was in trouble. Um I do think that they done botched this death penalty situation though.
Well, they never had it, in my opinion, from the word go.
Mm-hmm,
Not on how they charged him, with it being because it was a gang committed for the or a murder committed for the advancement of the gang activities, whatever, however the hell they put it. Um, it had nothing to do with that, in my opinion. You were reaching with that. Now you could have given him the death penalty because of how heinous the crime was,
mm-hmm,
or the number of victims. Anything else, I'm quite sure there's another reason that you could have pulled out of the hat for
mm-hmm.
it to be a death penalty case, besides it being gang related. Like you were reaching for that from the word go.
Remember when I was talking about it on the live a month or two ago, and I said the same thing. I said they sound like they reaching with this shit here. I'm like, God damn, man, like you know what I'm saying? Like they sound like they very like. I mean, it just was a reach for me. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna work out, but it sounds like a reach to me. I'm just being real with the game shit and all of that shit there. Like you could have made a better case just leaving that. I ain't saying don't put the gang shit in it, but I mean, don't make this crime because he was in a gang. Like they're trying to make it like he had to do it because it was a gang ordered hit or some shit. Like no,
Right,
man, stop the
right.
bullshit. Y'all will come out better going on the money motive or the sack chaser and him had a fight motive. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think if they go on the sack chaser and him had a fight motive, I think they would have a hard time trying to figure out why they did it to Juvie. So I would just throw all of them motives together. I would throw the sex chasing him at a fight. I would throw the money situation in there. I would throw the Melly Mama and Sack Chaser getting into it. I would even throw them text messages that Sack Chaser sent to Melly saying that he need to give him and Juvie what they rightfully deserve and all of this type of shit. And I would have said that that is the reason that he went on and put, you know what I mean, did something to Juvie as well because he probably assumed that Juvie was with on it because of the text message saying that
Mhm.
me and Juvie, what we, you know what I'm saying? I would have went and did it like that.
Mhm.
Like all that gang shit, man, they reaching with that shit.
Yeah, and I don't think it had anything to do with the new law being in place as far as the number of jurors it takes to get the death penalty in Florida, because they had charged him with the death penalty from the gate, basically, and
Mm-hmm.
that was what, 4.5, almost 5 years ago. So that
Mm-hmm.
had nothing to do with this law they had that they got now. They just made it easier for him to get the death penalty, but they was talking about this from the word go, like out the gate.
Good point. Good point. I
So,
never thought about it. I never thought about it like that.
yeah. Remember they had the death penalty on the table,
Mhm.
and then they got it back on. But that was they had it on the table way to me it never had anything to do with that law anyway.
Mhm.
They just wanted the death penalty because of the crime. And they should have just basically left it at that, not saying that it had anything to do with any gang related shit.
Mhm. Shout out to Ann 411. She say trying to formulate more Ricos in the process, calling all these rappers gangs. Listen, I've been saying they definitely seem like they could have had a RICO case with this case if they would have let the feds or somebody, or they really would have tried to. That's what it seemed like they trying to do. They trying to. I mean, they not making a RICO, but it seemed like it's borderline could have been a RICO.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
there's definitely a lot of shady shit going on between Track, the mama, uh, and a lot of those other individuals. And I almost say this too. Is more people involved in this cover up than what we know too. Because think about it, the face of the cover up is Track and Jamie. It's more people involved than that. It got to be. You,
Oh, most definitely.
Track and Jamie ain't the only people that's running around behind scenes trying to pay people to find out what people at or talk to people and get people not to testify. Them ain't the only two motherfuckers. Nuh-uh. Uh-uh.
No,
Mm-mm.
it goes way deeper than we even have a clue about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Picture Track on the phone every day talking to people directly, telling them, man, don't go to court, this and that there. Hell no. It's other people calling. It's other,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
No, he can't be associated with none of that. He can't
It's
get caught up with none of that. So no,
exact.
he ain't doing. He's not being direct with it like that. He's
Mm-hmm.
definitely got people reaching out for him
Mm-hmm.
to tell people to not cooperate, do this that, and the other. We'll pay you, or however they're doing it, whatever they saying, whatever they doing to get people to act a fool. Which I don't.
How do you feel?
Mm,
How do you feel about Juby's mom trying to settle the lawsuit in 2022 for that amount of money?
she looked desperate
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because ain't no way that I'm letting that go for 50K.
Mm-mm.
Even if it was 50K from every person that was listed on the lawsuit, that still ain't enough.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And so it looked like a move of desperation, in my opinion.
Bad move, you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, wasn't nobody else going along with it, so everybody else was thinking like me too. Like hell no.
Do you think they should have paid?
Who the people that are being sued?
Some
Should
of
they
them,
have gone?
yeah.
Some of them, yeah. I don't know exactly all everybody who's listed as a
It was Track, Fredo Bay, Withers, 100K Management.
mhm.
I think a lot of motherfuckers ain't got $50,000. Ain't AD, Trayvon Glass, Jamie, um, who else? Who else? Who else?
Now AD and Trayvon,
Huh?
I don't get why you would even have them in the lawsuit
Right, right.
because
Probably in case they ever get some money, because they damn sure ain't got no money. Not no 50,000.
but I mean even if it was 10,000 for what? They weren't even in the car that Melly was in or that the crime was committed in. So are
Right.
you trying to say they knew about the crime and they covered it up?
Good point, Tanel. Good point. That's what it sounds like to me, though. Good point. Good point. Why would you uh list them unless you felt like they had knew about
Some type of involvement.
it? Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Because I know I'm not just gonna be suing people frivolously.
You know, that's a
Especially people I know who broke.
right. You know, that's an avenue that we really didn't go down as to whether the other guys knew about the situation. Like we didn't really talk about that part that much. I guess because there's not a lot of evidence to show that they knew anything beforehand. I mean, of course, it's situations where they try to cover up for Melody after the fact, but
Hmm.
it's not a lot that we can go on to say that they knew beforehand. Maybe that's why we didn't go down that avenue. But I'm with you. It seems like they assuming that they insinuating that they did have some knowledge or something. Interesting. I
I
might talk.
mean, like I said last night, if to me it seemed like they knew something just simply because of the fact that the cars split up
Hmm.
once the red car was initially following Bortland, and
Hmm.
then you see him not going the way you would normally go. You didn't discuss it, quote unquote. We don't know, but assuming you didn't discuss it beforehand that y'all were going somewhere else.
Hmm. And 411 say, how did Portland change? Did somebody bring him clothes? And so he put on a hoodie. He had on all his same clothes. He just put a hoodie on over his shirt that he had on, and he kept the shirt the blood was on. He kept that shirt on, and he just put a hoodie on over it. If I don't know for a fact, but I assume that that hoodie was probably in the back of that Jeep, and
Hmm.
he just threw it on. You get what I'm saying? Like, because it was in the back the trunk area. That's what I'm assuming. Because he didn't go home, and he didn't go to no businesses or nothing like that, or nobody else's house, because they actually got the path that they went to when they drove. So if I'm just assuming here, but I'm thinking that it was a sweater or something that was already in the vehicle and he threw it on. It's only a speculation though.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It was already in the car.
Hmm. She said, "Oh, they made it seem like he all out changed. He did. They definitely did. I caught that too. I was like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? But no, he just put on a hoodie over his bloody shirt, and they actually ended up making him take off the hoodie, testing the shirt, and they actually showed the shirt. I think the first week in court, they showed all his clothes except his fake ass shoes because they knew it would have cleaned the courtroom out if they'd opened that goddamn nasty shoes thing.
Yeah, but they showed everything. They collected all of his clothing that he had on that night.
Hmm. 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 Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button for me, please. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. But and this young lady, she has a warrant. Mm-mm.
Yeah, like I said, that's the part I came into the live on. So when did
Yeah,
they issue the warrant? Did they say?
I don't. No, I didn't hear that part to now. But I did hear that guy who was talking. He was the mother's lawyer, and he was also Mariah's lawyer, and he was saying that the state could rescind the warrant, but they won't. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. That if she gets stopped at a traffic stop anywhere, I want her ass in handcuffs and brought all the way back here,
Hmm.
just like they did on Mammy. Shit,
Exactly. Why would the state rescind the warrant? That would be stupid.
right. I'm not rescinding.
They've done enough stupid shit. No, let's be smart in something.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's just like we were talking about how they boggled this case up already. No, let's not have another fumble.
Hmm. I got a
Because,
feeling.
like you said, if she gets caught somewhere, bring her right here.
Right. Bring her here. What are you talking about? She already running and don't want to testify. Why am I going to
Right.
warrant off of her so she can just be free and running? Hell no. Mm-mm. Bring your ass back here. But
Hmm.
but that goes back to all these people saying that Melly, they believe he's innocent. Now it's one thing you believe he can beat the case. I can accept that. I'm cool with that. But if you believe he didn't do it, now I think you're a little delusional at this point because it's definitely a lot of stuff that circumstantial though it may be, it's a lot of stuff that I mean common sense. I mean it's pointing to that he did it, and If he didn't do it, then why is the mama ran? Why did the mama run? Why is Jamie doing all of this stuff behind closed doors? Why is the girlfriend running? Just come to court and tell the truth. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but for me, it's not even all that. Forensics don't lie.
Hmm.
And the forensics have shown that that gun was fired from where Melly was sitting. We
Hmm.
already know Melly was in the car and didn't get out until after the crime, the approximate time the crime was committed.
Hmm. And
You know,
we still have the medical examiner to testify as
because what's that? The medical examiner that they had on the trial or on the stand last week,
well. Which one? I gotta
the
see.
one that were fighting about the pictures being shown.
I
It
don't
was
know.
the
I don't know. Don't make me lie to me. And I promise you, I don't. I'll be dozing off sometimes.
yeah, because I think that was one of them days where I was tired and I really wasn't even watching.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna cap. It was a couple of them days. I don't remember what happened. I had to watch like the Cuff Boys and the recaps of the Law and Crime Network to kind of get a summary of what had happened that day. But
Hmm.
who that was that said the medical examiner? Oh, I think it was Rivers who said the medical examiner hadn't testified yet. I think I was watching Bruce Rivers. I think we watched him on this platform a couple nights ago, and he said that the medical examiner hadn't. Um, and he said that it's other crime scene people who were going to testify as well. He said, "Oh yeah," because he said this case is far from over. It's coming back to me now. And then we still got the whole defense side of the case. We still got
Yeah,
whatever they experts and their witnesses and stuff like that. You know,
yeah. That's what's really gonna be interesting too.
I will say this
Okay.
though, it is Melly and his team's body language, the energy coming from them. It definitely seems like an energy shift. It definitely seems like they are worried. They was looking much more confident that first week, and even in some of the second. But it seems like after the cell phone situation, the their the energy kind of went down. And a couple of times when that black dude went back to his the wherever he went, the table or whatever, you could hear him talking from the law and crime cameraman. Like you could hear him mumbling under his breath. You hear him a couple times?
I couldn't understand what he was saying though.
Yeah. Okay, so Siobhan said a medical examiner testified and say, so as the case has been presented to you, believe Borland was involved with the main plot with Melly, or do you think he is still alive because Melly needed him to blame? I actually think, in my opinion, I think Borland was involved with it. I've stated this in the past, and the reason why I feel that way is because Borland drove them to that secluded area, um, and he didn't have a phone, so how would he know to take them there? I feel like that was talked about before. And I also feel like Bortland was involved because when the gunshots and stuff went off, Bortland didn't run. He was actually sitting in the car while the shooting was going on. I would not do that. If I don't know that my friend is going to shoot my other friends and he just go to shooting them, my first instinct, my fight or flight, gonna be to run. I don't care if I am driving the car. I'm gonna hit that bitch on brakes and I'm gonna dive at that bitch and I'm gonna go to running. That's what um my fight or flight reaction gonna have me do. And Melly is nothing Melly can tell me to get me to come back to that car. I'm gonna be running, thinking that he's gonna kill all of us. So for Bortland not to do that, I feel like he knew about the situation and went along with the situation beforehand. That's just my opinion. What you say to that?
Yeah, I say the same thing. Because ain't no way in hell I'm sticking around for that much gunfire in an enclosed space like that. Even if it was what they say, 3, 4 shots. I don't care if it's just one. I'm gone. If I don't know what the plan is, ain't sticking around for that because you might kill me too. Nope.
Hmm. I'm gonna get audio his props on this one though. Audio say he believed that Bortman got that gunpowder residue on them when him and Melly split up, you feel like Melly and him did one of them sporty handshakes they be doing. And I
Mm-hmm.
can believe that too because I don't see Portland actually firing a firearm and then being willing to take them to the hospital. I think they would have known that he would have been GSR tested, and I think the reason why he was so confident in taking them to the hospital is that he knew he hadn't shot a weapon. Other than that, I think they would have came up with a scenario to where they would have probably left the bodies out there in the woods or, something like that, or left them. They would have not have taken them to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
If Portland would have shot a gun. So I think I don't I think I'm with audio on this one. I think he's right, more right than what uh the medical examiner, I mean, what the forensic people is. They talking about they think he shot a gun or whatever. I don't think he shot a gun. I think that's why that test was so inconclusive when they did the first field test. I think it was just like a spodiotic handshake, and he got some of that gunshot residue on him, and that's why it was negative on the initial field test, and it came back. He said it was positive on the lab test, and I think that's what happened. In my opinion,
Yeah, I never said he had shot a gun. I never believed that.
yeah.
Just because the amount of GSR they found on him wasn't enough to be the actual shooter. It had to come from transfer or just being in that closed environment and in the air, and it got on it. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
never said he shot a gun. Period.
yeah,
And then, like I keep on saying, who's gonna give up a gun after you've shot two people?
right.
Because the person you giving the gun to, yeah, he might be in on the plan, but after he's actually seen you do it, he might turn that gun on you. So I'm not giving up my weapon after I just killed somebody. I'm sorry, that's not how it's gonna go.
I'm with you on that too, Tanel. Not me neither. Mm-mm. Siobhan
Hmm.
says, I'm gonna get you in a minute, Siobhan. Um, Ann says, was it Zach Chaser driving, so he had to move him out of the driver's seat in order to drive? No, and actually, Portland was driving. Stank Feet Portland. That's what we call him over here. We call him Stank Feet Portland. He was driving the car. No, Zach Chaser was in the passenger seat. Um, Siobhan says, does Florida allow defendants to plead insanity? Yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know nobody at work for though. I can't remember nobody that it worked for Tanel. I'm telling you. I can't remember nobody. I'm trying to think who pleaded insanity. Shit, I don't know nobody that I've heard about people doing it, but I can't think of nobody off the top of my head. But no, yes, and then we do allow people to plead insanity. I see you, Siobhan. My homegirl, a member. That real. That's Siobhan. I fucks with that. I'm telling you. I gotta do something for the members. Once we get a few more members, we gonna throw our own private party. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna throw us a private party on here, members only, just like the jackets. You don't remember them jackets, Tanel? What's up, my girl, Tanel? You know mute up. What you doing? I'm like Dream Dog. Hello, I'm on here alone. Hello.
No,
Oh
you hear me?
yeah, I hear you now. You don't remember them
No, I
jackets?
wasn't.
You
Oh
don't remember?
yeah, I remember members only jacket.
Hmm. You know they still making
No.
them jackets too, and they got like new ones. Like I had went on the website. Yeah, they got like new.
Are you serious?
I promise you, go check them out one day. Just go put in members only jackets. Man, they got some new ones too, and they look good. But they got the old design too. But they got some new shit. Like, and they got a little expensive too. You know what I'm saying? They got a nice little price tag on them. They ain't no cheap jackets. You know what I mean? It's like designer. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go check it out. I didn't know they were still making them things.
Yeah, I was gonna buy me one. I said that's all the shit. They got some members on the jackets. I mean, but they got the old brand, old style, but they got some new shit, like some fly shit. Like, oh, okay, they got the little thing members on it. I said, okay, man.
Okay.
And say so as the case is okay. We already read that one. Okay. Oh, did he drive by? Oh, okay. So okay, okay.
Stiff socks Bortman.
What she said?
Deshaun Words said, AKA Stiff Socks Bortman.
For real,
He
still
said,
socks Portland.
stank feet, stiff socks, all that.
Right. Corn chip feet Portland. Mildew feet Portland. Oh,
Mm-mm.
hey, Q Ball say, from my understanding, warrant was issued when her and her mom kept skipping out on their depositions. Oh, okay, okay. Didn't know that.
So she had a warrant out for years. Shit.
She was all in the Virgin Islands with that goddamn warrant talking about she was on vacation. Man, shit. Let me tell y'all something. When you known a black person from the hood to take a
Great price.
say it again,
Well, I said, if people believe that, I've got a bridge over in Brooklyn for a great price.
right, right. How long she was
I'm
on
willing to
vacation?
do 75% off tonight only.
Right. How long she was on vacation? 2 years, 3 years? Like
Right.
get the fuck out
Right.
of here. 4 years? Get the fuck out of here. It's my opinion. I'm gonna tell you something. It's my opinion that that money was running out and or had done ran out and she was coming back to the States to get some more money. That's what she was.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think she was doing. I think she was coming back because none of this money that he's paying them. He's paying all of them in cash. He's paying everybody in cash. He's taking the money out of that bank account, cash, and he's paying them in cash. And I think she was coming to get some more money. And she got
Yep.
it. She done got it. She done got it. I don't know how much it was, but she done got it.
Mm-hmm. The way she acted on that trial, you would sure think so.
Hmm. Hmm. She had a fake ID. Or well, I ain't gonna say fake. She had an ID with another name on it, and she was using it as her own. Shantae Colette Smith. I pulled the paperwork up. It's right on the Broward County Clerk of Courts. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, she was traveling during COVID, but it wasn't in the middle of the trial. This was all before the trial.
Hmm.
Some people didn't care about traveling and doing all that shit during COVID. I did.
And you
I
know,
barely left my house.
right? Me too. I was quarantined like a motherfucker. Shit, I promise you, I ain't go out the door on everything. But another thing, right? So she was on vacation, right? So I guess her daughter on vacation too, huh? The daughter situation let you know that they was full of shit. Cause she doing the same thing the mama did.
Hmm.
She doing the same shit. You know what I mean? So, bro, the jig is up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's one thing to be able to prove it, but I'm saying for us, the ones who in the court of public opinion, we know it's bullshit.
Yeah. I would love to know what the jury is thinking, though,
That's the $1 million question.
because we can have, these sessions and come up with these theories and analyze tape like we did last night and all that other good shit as much as we want to. It's those 12 people who all of this is going to fall, everything is going to fall on what they think about it. So I would love to know what they're thinking about it right now. If I could be a fly on the wall. If I'm not mistaken, it's 9, and
My bad. I had
I
to
think
went to give me some ice from the ice maker.
that's okay. I know you heard me in there washing my cup and everything else earlier.
Oh, they say it's 9 women on the jury, and that's what they say. That's what they say. 9 mothers. I don't know. I'm just lying about the mother part.
Yeah, I thought it was 9.
They say when you pick, they say the jury is a big part of. If you pick the right jury, you win the case. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
say that's a major part.
yeah, that's almost, or if not, just as important as the evidence you present. Picking the right people to listen to it.
Hmm.
Oh, he done changed his name and he back again.
Who that is? Jack
Dude
Napier.
you blocked last night.
Jack Napier. Y'all sure be liking this channel, don't y'all? Y'all know y'all like this channel, dog. They like this channel. They like this channel. I know why they like this channel though, because if they pro Melly, this one of the only channels where you can come and troll the people who anti Melly.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You want me to block him?
It's up to you. It's up to you. I'll leave that one up to you. It don't matter to me either way.
Bye. I ain't got time tonight. I got a sinus headache. I ain't trying to fool with no trolls tonight.
Let me see. Let me see.
Whatever you got blocked for last night, the shit still staying tonight. Ain't nothing changed.
Siobhan said they're not freeing Melly. They damn sure like it.
No, I don't think so. Like I've been saying, I don't think they can prove a death penalty case, but they definitely can prove a guilty case.
I just think I seen somebody say this. I can't remember who said it, but somebody said it in the chat. It was like two people dead. It was like it's four people got in that car. Two people came out alive. Two people dead. Somebody got to answer for them two bodies. You know
Well,
what I'm
I've
saying?
been saying something similar to that. I said that a couple weeks ago. I
Yeah.
said it was simple math. Four people got in the car. Two people got out. Two people didn't. The two people who didn't are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Simple math. The two people who are living, somebody, one of them, or maybe both, but one of them had to have killed the two who didn't make it out the car alive. Simple math.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this too. I ain't. I'm gonna say. I want to say this delicately because I'm not gonna try to. I'm not gonna insinuate that that once a criminal, always a criminal. Cause you know what I mean. I can't do that. But what I'm saying is this: you could clearly see the elevation in the things that this young man was getting himself into from a young age to now. The police said it when they was interrogating him. In that video, the police said you gonna end up shooting somebody. You gonna something to that effect. Like you gonna end up uh some kind of way being in worse trouble for shooting somebody if you keep headed down this path. And it damn sure lives happen. And I say all that to say this: this guy definitely looks like a guy that's gonna get back into some more trouble if he get out. And I mean like some serious shit. Like you know what I mean? Like I know he's a celebrity and all of that there, but shit, he was a celebrity sort of when he did this. I just feel like he got poor decision making. His impulse control is bad, and I just feel like I don't think he is gonna if he let's say he beat this case. I don't think he gonna learn from this. I think he just gonna be worse. I think he gonna go farther down that rabbit hole, that sunken place. Um, the clout and all of that gonna get to him like it's already probably is to a certain extent. And I just don't. I could be wrong, but I just don't see him. I just don't see him growing up and maturing, and I just see him. I can see him crashing out again at some point. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. Right, Minister Society and 411 say. Mm-hmm. Siobhan say the question is, do he pose a harm to society? I think he do. I think he do. Hell yeah, I think he do. I think he do. I definitely think he poses a threat to society. Hey, what did he say? Well, we knew it was you, Jack Napier. Siobhan said that cop sealed his fate. I think so too. That cop was the star witness up to this point, Siobhan. I think so too. Deshaun Word say, if convicted, would he have a chance to win an appeal? Honestly, I think yes. I think I think I think with the that team of lawyers that he has and the things that Christine Bradley pulled in that courtroom that was um unprofessional and could have biased the jury, or, I mean could have tainted the jury and was unethical. I think yes, I do think he has a case for uh an appeal, definitely. King Minier 22 says, will Trayvon testify? Yes, Trayvon is testifying Monday. You heard it here first. Trayvon Glass will testify Monday. When this case resumes on Monday, I want you to be here at 9 a.m. to watch on this channel, on this platform, to hit that like button. And yes, Trayvon will be testifying Monday. Shout out to Shania Prince for the $5 cash app. I appreciate you. I so do. I appreciate you, Shania. I appreciate you. I hope she's still listening. Um, yeah, Trayvon will testify, and Trayvon was one of the gentlemen that was in the red Mitsubishi. So you know, Melly asked, "Ooh, if I had to guess, Trayvon and protect the custody right now."
Oh, you already know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He and protect the custody right now. I'm gonna
You
be honest.
already know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm surprised some people ain't died yet. You know what I mean? Like they just
Yeah.
like they just assuming like they just paying everybody and assuming that these people just gonna keep their mouth shut because they paid them. I mean, they are keeping their mouth shut, but I'm saying most people would have been done killed somebody by now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to say most people. I'm saying most street people who facing this type of situation, like they would have been
No,
done
I know what you mean.
killed somebody. Like they paying everybody and just letting everybody live and they're letting everybody run around and hide and you know what I mean? Like
Mm-mm, but I had said the same thing though.
these people that's paying these people can tell on the people that's paying them. Like these people, any of these people can be like, yeah, man, Track paid me. You know what I mean? That's a case. You see what I'm saying? Like they got a lot of loose ends just hanging around. Like it's loose. But I guess they figure since we paying them, they gonna stay loyal because they want to keep getting money. But how long does that last? Normally the mob going to kill you, so they ain't got to keep paying you. Siobhan say somebody knows something. I agree. I don't know what you mean. How Harvey Price say, how are ladies and gents on this fine summer morning? We doing good, Harvey. How you? She said, is he talking about the events in the studio? I don't know, Siobhan. Listen, this guy, I'm definitely believing they're gonna ask him about whether something happened in that studio. But I tend to believe they're gonna ask him about did Melly get into the car with you guys? Because for Melly not to so how I'm gonna put this. For Melly not to be on the scene when those boys was murdered, he has to come up with a scenario as to when he exited the vehicle and was away from the vehicle. Um, because other than that, you was in the vehicle or at the vehicle when the time of these boys was murdered, and we know that you didn't go to the hospital with the boys So, matter of fact, they know when he exited the vehicle because they got his goddamn cell phone. I don't know how they're gonna come up with this shit, but Trayvon's going to be able to tell them that Melly didn't get in that red Mitsubishi like Dontavius would have said, and like AD said in their depositions. They said that they pulled over and Melly got out of the gray Jeep and got into the red Mitsubishi. But we know that's a lie, and the police know that's a lie because they say the red Mitsubishi never stopped. They tracked it all the way back to Melly's house. They actually got the surveillance video of it going through the gate. And Melly and them wasn't even. That's when Melly and them was, over in that secluded area, murdering juvie and sack chasers. So I want to hear what he got to say. I'm gonna say this, and you heard it here first, y'all. Whatever Glass say, it's gonna be something that we never heard. I got a feeling that. I got a feeling he's going to drop some bit of information that we never heard. Like it's going to be something that nobody ever told, and it's gonna be a bombshell. I believe that it might be something that you thought about saying. I mean, that you thought may have happened, but I gotta believe. What I'm saying is nobody said it in this case. Maybe it was an argument. Maybe this. Maybe that. I got a feeling it's gonna be something like that. Hey, hey, Tanel, Tanel. You see Jack Napier, Tanel? Good night, Ann. It was good having you in the chat, Ann. Shout out to my boo Deputy Eula. Where you at, Dep? Where you at, my love?
But you see, I ain't been doing nothing but blocking him, right?
You see what he said?
Repeatedly.
You see what he said? He said, salute my
Yeah.
nigga. Yeah. Somebody been trolling using my name, don't mind them. That's his ass saying it to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be crazy, man.
I don't understand. Why you gonna come to somebody's channel, be rude to him one day, then come back the next night and think everything is okay? No, you got blocked for a reason yesterday. And if you want to watch, cool, you can watch, but you don't have to participate as far as saying stuff. You've lost your talking privileges, buddy.
They don't be know.
And then to keep coming back, like, damn, y'all ain't got nothing to do with y'all time.
Why they just ain't act right the first time when they ain't get kicked out?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Are you like that little kid when they used to have story time and all of us be sitting Indian style and you just could never sit still? The teacher be telling you just sit still, and you just always was fucking with the other kids around you, or you always moving.
Kicking the little girl but in front of you or some shit. That's the type of person he was. Cutting the little girl's ponytail off and shit. That's the type of person he was. I don't get it. I don't.
Eli Taylor 99 said it would be crazy if Melly wins trial and Portland loses trial. Definitely. But listen, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna cap. I'm telling you, I'm being. I got a vendetta against Stank Feet Portland. I really do. And if he gets found guilty, I'm talking about, and don't snitch. Like if he just don't snitch and he get found guilty, man, I'm gonna talk so much shit that day. I'm gonna talk cash shit, dog. I'm telling you, I'm gonna talk cash shit. I promise you, I'm gonna find me something. I'm gonna troll that motherfucker to death for real. Cause I feel like, even though I feel like he was involved, I feel like he had an opportunity to save himself or save himself some time, and he didn't. LaShawn say, I got a feeling he probably will be pleading the fifth. She's talking about Trayvon Glass. We're gonna see, LaShawn. I know I'm interested to see. I'm excited for Monday. I was already excited for Monday to start back because it's been a week since we had any other trial thing going on. We just had a little motion, but that wasn't shit. So I was already excited, but now to know that Trayvon Glass will be testifying Monday, oh man, I'm gonna be up bright and early Monday.
Yep, I can't wait. Oh, hey, Raw Nature. I didn't know you had slid on in the chat.
Is this your boy coming
Oh,
back?
probably so.
Mhm.
I ain't taking chances. Just block. I ain't got time.
I
Like I
think
said, I got a sinus headache tonight. I ain't feeling it.
I think it's him because
Yeah, why would you come in talking about,
Jack
Jack
Mayfield.
is just a passionate Lord, whatever.
Yeah, that's
Go be passionate with people who feel the same way you do.
a big deal, dog. Keep all say right, talking about somebody using his name. I'm gonna go end this live, y'all. We gonna go and get us some sleep the goddamn night.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Right, I'm tired too. Shout out to Tanel Bowen. Shout out to Dream Doll. Shout out to Flyboy Microphone. Shout out to Audio Crack 22. Shout out to Nephew for Real. Shout out to Unspoken Crime, Mr. Unspoken Crime Murders. Shout out to Trigger Man. Tell him, goddamn me, Texas in the building. Shout out to Siobhan Velez. Shout out to Raw Nature. Um, Shout out to LaShawn. I see you, girl. Shout out to Deputy Eula. You know what I want to do, Deputy Eula? I'm trying to get married. Let's get married. I just want to get married. For real. And I'm not a criminal no more. Shout out to Ann 411. I liked your questions tonight, Ann. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Shout out to Sean Words. Appreciate you. Shout out to Q Ball. Appreciate you. Um, who else? Who else? Shout out to Haley. Haley came through tonight. Um, who else? Who else? Shout out to Jern. Shout out to Slick Puller. Shout out to Z Hazy. Shout out to my girl Dream Doll. My family. Shout out to Tara. I'm tired, y'all. I'm gonna go on to sleep, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so we'll do it again tomorrow. I'll probably crank up by about 12 o'clock. Um, I'll see
Have a
you.
good night.
Good night, you guys, man. Good night, you guys.
Mhm.
I'll see you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.